Hello, and welcome to the Party Dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, I'm your damn Blake Peoples, and here's your cast. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Blake, what are we streaming today?
We're streaming Dungeons and Dragons, because it's Sunday, and that's what we do, Phoenix. How are you guys? How's everybody? You guys. I'm the ones I voice call with. How's everybody?
Oh, how are we?
Yeah, I thought I'd started off like just asking how you are tonight.
Who are you talking to right now?
Pretty good.
I'm fucking mad at you, dude. How is everybody except for Phoenix?
I'm doing. I'm ready to. I'm ready to dungeon.
You got going.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not tied back for once.
That's cool. And how are you, chat? Good. So yeah, we're gonna play. It's our fourth session of this campaign. Very exciting, very exciting. And before we jump into it, I just have a slurry of announcements. Flurry of announcements? I don't know.
Flurry would be better.
Flurry would be better.
Slurry's a bit moist.
Yeah, a flurry is like a bunch of stuff blowing at you. Slurry is like a wet mixture of like chopped solids.
Cool. So we have a slurry of announcements coming your way. The first one is to keep. I took a walk this morning and I planned out the announcements. I scripted it in my brain and it's literally gone. So that's super cool. I guess the first thing is that I am going to be putting together. Oh yeah, I remember it. Yeah, I'm going to be putting together sort of a page that we can link in chat when we stream this campaign, that if anybody's new, we can just sort of link them to it and they can go catch up on stuff, as well as sort of link them back to the YouTube channel where the old episodes will be. Yes, and speaking of the YouTube channel, I've got a challenge for myself this month, and I'm saying it on the internet in front of people so that I'll actually do it. I'm going to get one D&D related video out every week other than the VODs of this. So that's going to happen. Starting
Clip it.
This
Clip it, chat.
week. Clip it. Hold me to it.
Put it in the Discord. We'll pin it in the Discord so it's there.
Though to be fair, even though I'm telling you this, you have no power over me. So if I don't do it, but I'm gonna do my best. I know where you live. You do. I have one in the works that needs to come out tomorrow because there's a joke about Tasha's Cauldron not being out yet. So if I wait too long, I'm gonna have to refilm it.
Like, if you succeed in this, I'll bring you this Snickers bar.
Okay.
What a prize!
Honestly, that's incentive enough for me.
Motivation.
Wait, if Blake does it, Peter will shave his head.
No.
And it's gonna be a thing that's gonna go around.
Not at all.
We're all gonna shave our heads.
Or
together.
are you more of a Twix person?
I like Twix better, but really it's up to you.
We wanted to be that house, and we got full-size candy bars, and we didn't have a single trick-or-treater. So we
Yeah.
we have a surplus over here.
I'll come over.
Yeah,
some
we can trick or
people
treat.
describe me as scary.
Sure. We'll trick or treat. I like that Chelsea's appearing more on Phoenix's camera now than she is on her own. Also, speaking of the YouTube channel, I've started editing together highlights of our video game streams, and I might be putting it on the main channel. I know I made a video game side channel, but I feel like it's a mistake because our main channel doesn't have that many subscribers, so I might be putting it on there as well. We'll see. The future is wild. Whatever. Anybody else have other announcements?
Okay, chat. Do you agree that when it comes to eating hummus, you should not get the pretzels that are this big? They're not scooping pretzels.
There's a lot of gaps.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
thin
very
and...
difficult.
That doesn't have the structural integrity to pick up a lot of hummus.
It can't hold the weight of it.
Like a pretzel chip would be a good choice.
You can't.
But I'm sorry, Phoenix just looks like such a bad boy right now. It's like, I don't even care.
I really like the viewpoint of Chelsea earnestly talking about pretzels and Phoenix just like in front of her, watching her in the background talk about pretzels.
You just summarized our relationship.
Your hummus goes further. You get more hummus.
Yeah, but
okay, that's scientifically accurate.
The ratio argument is interesting.
Yeah, because guess what? If you can get less hummus on your pretzel, it means you have more hummus overall.
But
I need it to be a nice ratio.
If I take a dipping implement and I put it in a dip, whatever it is, and it breaks, my heart is broken. Okay. I'm furious at that. Like,
Scoop spoon in the hummus. Dip in the pretzel
Okay,
bag.
if something is
it up.
dippable, it should be dippable. I don't need a spreader as well. I don't need a knife. I don't
that's
need
an
a
extra
spoon.
step, okay?
Yeah. Why do you think Tostito scoops became such a big thing, Phoenix?
Yeah.
It's true.
Because people are, quite frankly,
Are you about to call everyone snowflakes? You heard it here. You heard it here
You heard
first,
it here,
folks.
Phoenix called everyone snowflakes. He said it.
You're
Phoenix,
not big.
Phoenix has been having a lot of bad takes. A lot of bad takes during this call.
You ever put hot fudge in a Tostito scoop?
Yes, I have.
Really?
I actually
I've never done that.
It's the perfect delivery mechanism. A little bit of salty, a little bit of sweet.
I endorse that.
I mean, I'm not against that because I've had chocolate covered potato chips, and those are wonderful.
Guys,
It's similar
that's
to
what
like the whole phenomenon of dipping your Oreos in queso dip.
That sounds awful.
I've heard of that. This is for everyone, but mostly for Winfield. Guess what I tried?
What?
Hot Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Honestly, it kept me warm.
ew.
I'll have to give it a shot.
That's not a rave review, though. It kept
It was
me
a hot
warm.
beverage that warmed up my insides.
It's carbonated.
And
Not anymore.
It was.
what you do, you open the Dr. Pepper, pour it into a pan, and then heat it until it steams. It's a thing in the South. There's multiple recipes online, but even though all you have to do is heat Dr. Pepper
Just
is
because
the recipe.
Just because something is a thing in the South doesn't mean it's a good thing.
I found the recipe in a 1950s cookbook.
Oh, weird. I had a friend who bought so much Dr. Pepper that the company sent him Dr. Pepper merch. They sent him like a hat and a shirt and a little like flag thing for his wall. Just,
Oh,
like, out
speaking of
nowhere.
being sent merch,
We have new merch.
Yeah, excited to announce our new merch.
Buy our merch, I guess.
Buy our merch. I don't know what he's getting. I really have no idea what he's getting right now.
I'm
so-
pretty sure the pizza situation downstairs should have been
There's, like,
resolved, and I'm nervous that it hasn't.
Michael,
Yeah.
what about the merch that you just said about?
what?
You just said, speaking of being sent merch, and then you ran away and you came back. What happened?
Oh, I left the oven fan on. Are we playing?
Do you guys remember when this was a D&D stream?
No,
What? Wait, no, wait, what? What's happening?
don't worry
Are we
about
gonna
it.
play D&D today?
Let's play D&D. You guys want to
Okay.
play
Okay.
D&D?
Oh,
This is
but
how
wait,
we
if you-
connect
if-
with the audience, Pete.
Yeah. Oh wait, but if you guys are speaking of merch, I do have merch on right next to me for some reason. If you can read this, you're in fart range. I got sent this by Hubie Halloween. Right?
Michael, not
All
us,
right.
not the stream, but Michael specifically is sponsored by Hubie Halloween.
Yeah, mine
I'm-
actually got sent to the wrong address.
Yeah, me and Winfield do an Adam
Practically.
Sandler podcast, and Adam Sandler himself sent us merch.
And we're gonna try to be extras in his new movie that's being
Yeah.
filmed in Philly right now.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I'm nervous about whether or not that's true.
Yeah, I
That
don't
is
know
true.
if that's
We're
real.
gonna-
Oh, I can get the letter Adam sent me.
If not extras, then we're going to appear in the background. So-
He has been cranking out movies recently.
He's been cranking out something.
Recently.
Calling Hubie Halloween a movie is like a very generous word to use.
Well, I feel like it's like I say recently, meaning like you don't expect it, but then you look at it and you see it's just like bam, 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 still going strong, you know.
Never stopped even. I guess we have to wait for Michael to get back to
The
start.
merch that Blake still owes me from Captain
Shut up!
One.
It's gonna happen.
I forgot about that.
It's gonna happen, Elliot. Michael, you want to talk about Adam Sandler one more time?
Who?
Okay, I'm moving on. Let's do a recap of last time we played this game. Oh yeah.
Wait,
Oh
one last announcement.
yeah. Go for it.
Blake, I'm getting you a customized sweater for while you're streaming. So once it arrives, you have to wear it while you stream.
Hey, I'm really nervous about that, dude.
The last time Phoenix brought customized clothing onto the stream, we had stopped all gameplay.
This one's better. This one's better. I got my friend to design it, like go all out.
This time it's a photo of Blake and I from the show where we kissed.
See, look, he really did. Okay, that's pretty good. I guess the thing that I forgot earlier is that the reason we didn't play this last week is because 4 of us did a game of the quiet year where we made a kobold village and it got wiped out, and that's gonna be on YouTube pretty soon, and we'll probably get copyright struck. But catch it while you can. So yeah, anyway. On to the recaps. Let me change the music to Mystical Intrigue. Cool. So, last time on Dungeon Party Bright Futures, the lot of you heard some singing from the woods from your friend Elias, but it was suddenly stopped. So you decided once again to break curfew and head out into the woods, where you were met by a blonde man who I described in great detail, who haunts
David
me.
Spade.
Yeah, it was David Spade. He now haunts me for the rest of my life. And I hope all of you. He threw candy at trees and they turned angry. And one by one, you gathered honeycombs from these small little twigmen, summoned a giant bee, and killed his tree with a bee stinger because its weakness was bees. Upon defeating him, at great cost, several of you were knocked unconscious. You met his conspirator. They revealed themselves to be named Pell and Mel, and they kidnapped Elias and ran away. You followed them to where they are holding Elias in the ruins of an old building with a tower. Tried very hard to sneak in and get Elias, but were instantly rebuked by a boulder flying towards all of you, kicked by Pell. You ran back and decided that the next day you would return, I think. Wasn't exactly sure what you decided. The next morning, you went to class with Brahm and met a woman from the Extant Sortilegium whose name is written down. Her name is Raume Duville Karen. She's not only a member of the Extant Sortilegium, she is also the head of the Collegiate Board of Excellence for the continent, and the acting headmaster of Felfrit College, which is the one fairly close to you. She didn't seem to like you guys much at all, and she let you know it. That is about where we left off, as you were released from class because Brahm wanted to go drink. And yeah, that's where we pick up. That's where we pick up. That's where we left off, and that's where we pick up.
Pick up what?
The game.
You dropped a game piece?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, I can look, if everyone looks around their general area, I'm sure I'll find it. Okay, so I think the conversation that was happening was a plan for tonight, but also in the meantime doing our projects.
Oh yeah, because you have a big project due tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because you're students.
Yeah, and I just needed to be remembered that Shandi did agree to help me out.
He did. Cool, yeah, so I mean, you've been released from class. I think I did a thing where I zoomed out at the end, so you were heading across the bridge between the Tower of Study and the library itself.
Very well, Tether. I suppose I can help you out in the library for a bit while we continue to investigate and consider options for tonight.
Okay, I will go run as fast as I can back to the house where all my papers and drawings are.
Very well. I'll meet you in the library then.
Okay, we'll see how long that takes me.
It's a Phoenix roll. Oh, that's spicy.
I really enjoy it. It's like a little fun thing.
Phoenix, what doesn't make sense to me though is both the Phoenix rolls, so rolling for things that don't matter, and also saying that the dice don't matter, because they directly contradict each other.
Thank you.
Well, The problem is when I say the dice don't matter, it's not that rolling. It's not like I'm saying rolling dice is pointless, and that's what you guys keep interpreting it as. But
Then what are you saying? Because I'm so curious.
The one time you explain the theory to me is a night that you don't remember having a conversation with me. So
look, this isn't a D&D philosophy stream. This is a D&D gameplay.
I tricked you all.
But I think we need to have the philosophy stream because it's driving me insane.
It'll happen one of these days. We'll make sure that conversation happens.
It'll be like a little fireside chat.
Yeah.
Some
Aw, I'd love to set something on fire.
Got candles.
Oh my
All
god.
right, back to work on my project. And Septon's gonna keep doing his meandering, aimless writing.
Sure. Keep doing it, yeah.
On
Can't
the
wait to hear
history-
it.
The history of elves with his encyclopedia of elves that he found.
I'm gonna go find Eleanor, hopefully.
Cool.
So back in the library, I figure.
Yeah, it's not too hard to find her. There are just, once again, towers of books around one desk. And just the sound of sniffling coming from behind them. Before we get to that, what is everybody else up to?
I'm just in the library waiting for Tether.
Yeah, and it's taking me a while. I'm really struggling.
With what?
Physical activity.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to run.
Alright.
I have a -1.
And, yeah, what are you up to, Phoenix? Should I say
I
turn?
guess. I want to go and I want to go find. If I'll just go to the library, I'm gonna keep
Alright.
trying to write my thing.
Easy enough. Cool. So, Ellie, you find Ellie. Una, you find Ellie. She's sniffling, sort of looking down at her books, just scribbling something incoherently on a piece of paper and flipping through.
Hi.
Huh? Oh, hi. How's it going?
Weird.
Oh,
Did-
like good,
were you-
like a good sort of weird, or like a bad sort of weird?
I'm pretty sure a bad sort of weird.
Oh.
So, well, first, did you find anything else about the halfling stuff?
Yeah, I actually did.
Cool.
It's not a lot, but
I found, and she starts sort of like digging through all of her books, and like pulls something out from one of the middle of the stacks, but like miraculously the stack doesn't fall over. It's sort of a weirdly deft hand. It looks to be a battered old journal, which one of the pages has been marked with just a small sort of wooden bookmark, and she hands it over to you and says,
well, I'm not really sure if this is, exactly what you're looking for, but it's kind of the only thing I could find.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, yeah, of course, anytime.
So, remember a while, like a day ago, you were talking about if we'd seen a stag. I see.
Yeah, I'm looking for that. Yeah. Doing some
Right.
research.
So, and what do you want with it?
Well,
Is it you or is it somebody else who wants it?
I study cryptids. That's my specialty. That's what I do. I'm hoping to write sort of a bestiary of unbelieved magical creatures at some point. And well, it's kind of funny. The reason I'm looking for this one specifically is, well, my great uncle said that there were rumors that it might be around here, so that's why I transferred to Felfrit, and I'm studying here. So.
And like, hypothetically, if the stag fell into the wrong hands, what might happen?
Well, honestly, I don't know a whole lot about it. See, I have a big old here. I'll just show you. And she reaches into a bag. The bag is probably about this big, sort of just a small satchel. But she reaches like all the way down to her shoulder, like impossibly deep in this bag, and starts rummaging around. And then pulls out, just like pulls, and it's getting stuck at the top, and then eventually she pulls out this giant sort of scroll. That's like bigger than her head. I acted so hard that my headphones came unplugged. So 1 second. Yeah. And she sort of like slams it down on the table and says, I have this big old list of potential cryptids to study. And the stag was one of them. I wasn't particularly interested in it until my great uncle, as I said, told me about it. So I really don't have a whole lot of information on it, except for that, like, the last known sighting was a couple of years ago in Redarcia. Well, in fact, my uncle, he knew the guard that, or at least he knew someone who knew the guard that knew the stag. So I thought, I mean, this is the best lead I've really ever gotten to study one of them. So I came here to do that. So I mean, it could be really bad. I mean, the thing about magical creatures that people either don't know exist or don't want to know exist is they tend to be fairly dangerous and more often evil than not.
Right. Okay. Do I see any of my fellows in the library?
Yeah, they're around. Shandi seems to like be impatiently tapping his foot, sitting at a table.
Anyone within 30 feet of me?
Yeah, I think Shandi's probably within 30 feet of you.
Thank goodness. Okay, so
what, you didn't want it to be Septon or Turn?
I don't know, man. Take with that what you will.
It hurts.
Hey, you don't know this. Okay, so to Shandi, I'm gonna telepathically be like, Ellie wants to know about the stag. She wants to study it more, I think. Should I tell her what we know? Just like nod or...
I'm gonna perk up and look at her and go,
I'm like trying to like lean out. I can see, I have to be able to see you, so you'll see me.
yeah.
Yeah, you see Una's just like the top of Una's face peeking up from behind a stack of books.
Yeah, Shanti's just like,
Zero help.
The face.
The face
she just
slides
like slinks back. Okay. Again, thank you so much.
Yeah, anytime. Honestly, I'm more than happy to help out. I heard, that you guys, your whole group, caused some trouble to some of the less savory members of my college, so I have to say thanks for that. So I'm honestly here to help whatever, and let me know if you see any sightings of the stag. I heard you went into the woods, which is, probably where it would be if it was around here. So, I mean, if you saw anything or if you hear anything, let me know. Are you okay?
Yeah, fine. Will you be... How late are you... What time is it, DM?
Oh, it's pretty early. It's like...
Okay.
You had class at 9. Class ended pretty quickly, so it's probably about 10.
Okay. And are you gonna, like, stick around later in case I need to talk?
Yeah.
Not that I will.
My actual class load is pretty light because we just started, but so I'm gonna be here most of the day. I probably won't be here tomorrow though.
Okay. Oh, why?
I got classes.
Oh, right. All right. Sorry. That was okay. Cool.
Yeah. Do you
Thank
guys
you.
have classes? I'm curious about your whole situation here. I mean,
Me too.
I heard a little bit about it from my mom, but you know.
Yeah, I'm still figuring things out, and I gotta go do this project now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't mean to
Um,
keep you from your work. I hope
no,
that
but
helps out with your work.
yeah, I hope so too. Okay, I'm gonna find a spot and start reading.
Cool. What is in that book? It looks to be the old battered diary of an explorer, dated back into the early days of Unity, which is 1,000-ish years ago. The passage that's marked, I mean, for the most part, he's just exploring the southern part. He has a caravan, he's exploring the southern part of the continent of Renarsia. The passage that's marked, however, he describes an attack on his caravan by horrible monochromatic fiends who carried off members of the group. Only one of the 3 captured made it back alive and came back harrowed, telling tales of how her companions were offered up to a wisp of white and black cloud that consumed them entirely. There's a sketch next to this passage in the book, and one of the halflings has your exact hair.
Okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what's flashing through Una's head right now is like, I just heard about like some mushroom demon, and now there's a scary picture of, I don't know, great grandma or something. Okay.
Maybe we're not so dissimilar. Ooh.
Alright. I'm gonna roll for how well
It's fun, right?
I write down these notes. Well, I mean, I have the passage, but oh no, I am so freaked out that this project might not be good.
It's I mean the image is it's upsetting. It's a hastily drawn sketch of a
Does
bunch
it
of
look
halfling
more-
looking individuals with like sharp teeth, like big claws, blood on their face, black or white hair, but one of them has split down the middle like you.
Alright,
Like they're undeniably halflings, but they're not like any halfling you've ever seen.
right. Cool. I'm gonna then find Mrs. Lee to then go to the messaging
Cool.
mage.
Cool. So you
And
head
someone
down
else can
those
have
corridors.
fun.
Yeah. What are who? Anybody else have something pressing they want to work on at this point, or anything they want to be doing in particular at all?
I mean, do I get back? I'll get back.
Yeah, it's up.
I'll get
That's up
back.
to you.
Yeah, I'll
man.
get
Like-
back. I'm gonna make the decision that I get back.
Cool.
As my character, I believe she'd be back by now.
And would you look at that? She comes panting through the door.
Yes. All right, let's get started then.
Okay, so I have a lot of writing already, and it's just like pages from a book that's been ripped out and then kind of pasted onto other pages. I got some writings already, and I did a lot of drawings of some things, and like you probably see like very Midsummer drawings of rituals, like people being like buried, they don't look happy, a lot of burnings, a lot of like weird symbols, and a lot of like just like foliage pictures, but some of the foliage there might be like mushrooms that are like in the shape of like a fallen person. Some shrubs might just have like weird looking tubular things that look like fingers, stuff like that.
And these are the histories of your people?
I think they are histories because they were there when I was there.
Interesting. Well.
The passages aren't placed in any logical order
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
They all have like something to do with a demon cult of Zugtamoy, but like there's no logic to how they're arranged. Some of them are like ripped off in the middle of sentences. Like, yeah.
So I think I'm in a pretty good spot, but I'm not sure if I need anything else. This is my first schooling.
Well, it seems like the gist of it is here, sort of. I mean, if you can make
Good.
sense of it, I suppose. Some supporting evidence might be nice, though. I can help you find that.
How do I support it?
Well, let me just find you some more books to take a peek at.
Okay, do you want me to look at your stuff?
It's like this very, like, already leather-bound, like, tidy kept, like, binder of, like, notes written in the script. No. I tend to favor the isolated principles of work.
Oh, that makes sense.
Please just don't touch them.
Okay, but if you need colors for your drawings, I know some good like plants and dirts and stuff that make some good pigments.
Oh, that might actually be somewhat helpful. I haven't illuminated the pages yet, so. Well, let's find your books first.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
DC is going to be pretty low because you're in a pretty well organized library.
10.
10. Yeah, you're fine. You find all sorts of books about demon cults in general, and demon pantheons. I mean, obviously, there's not a whole lot to be known about the actual demon lords themselves, but the sort of antics of their followers is pretty clear. Although there is something you note that's a little bit odd about Zogtamoy in particular is a lot of the cults. The stories of her cults are actually fully fabricated by her demonic servants. Like, they make it seem like cults were worshipping her when they weren't.
Interesting.
What?
Well, it just seems that a lot of what you found could be a fabrication, though I'm not sure why anyone would take that image of themselves. Anyways, let me take a look at what you have, and I'll try to stitch these segments together a bit with some of this material.
Okay, I was worried I might have to have my own words.
Oh no, just if you have anything you want me to add, just tell me.
Oh, so I'll like say it and then you'll write it?
Yes, something like that.
Okay, cool. We can talk about the doctrine of how living in cities makes you live in sin and you deserve suffering.
Very well.
Confirmed.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna, as she dictates for me, I'm gonna like write in between where the pages are like slapped down on her paper, and try to like stitch the completely incoherent segments together into something readable.
Yeah, it's not a good report, but it's now a report.
Okay.
With your help, and it takes like a while to get it looking, practical, but you do manage to make it. You would never turn in something like this, but you've seen other people turn in things like this. Now, usually it didn't take hours to do when they turned in something like this, but
Yeah.
doing the best you can. Yeah.
Well, this should do. This should be suitable.
Thank you so much. I was really worried about you for a while.
Oh, the feeling's mutual, suppose. No offense.
Because I don't know if you know each other, or she doesn't like you, but Una said you're from a capital. But obviously you're not, because you're so nice.
No. Una was right. I am from the capital.
How did you get out?
I walked.
We all have to walk away sometimes. And she just puts a hand on his shoulder, because she thinks he's been through a lot.
See a centipede like crawl between her fingers, backed up her sleeve.
If you ever want to talk, I probably will understand.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind.
We burned a lot of your tormentors.
Hmm. Well, I'm afraid I have other pressing business to return to. I really hope that your project goes well. If you have any finishing touches, you can add them now, and I'll be sure to get in touch with you about paint in the future.
Okay, I'll go
sort
look
of-
for pigments.
But yeah, so
I can see
What?
Chelsea in the background regretting her mistake. Are you okay, Chelsea? Oh, okay, there it is, I guess. Oh, fuck it. Now Michael's up in the...
I
Okay, no,
am
we're good.
so
rearranged.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're good
I'm on
too.
a new computer.
It was just
And
really
as
funny to see you behind Phoenix go...
I'm on a new computer, and as I went to unmute myself, my finger slipped.
Leave the call.
That RP, not up to my standards.
No, it was beautiful. Stop it.
All right, Septon, turn. You up to anything in particular?
So, Septon's working diligently on his project, which means if you look over at his table, what he has is a bunch of papers with different lengths of writing on each one, and he seems to be rearranging them. Like whatever order it was written in is now being rearranged. And if you were like a bystander, this would make no sense.
Plenty of the students from Felfrit who are here to check out books early in the morning are just like looking past you very confused.
Yeah, if you were a person who was all about organization, Septon's table would give you a migraine. Like this desk where he's working.
I like to imagine Shanti walking away from that just uncomfortable interaction, looking straight at Septon's thing and being like, oh no.
just turning around and leaving the library.
Cool. And Turn, what are you up to? You're muted.
I'm gonna roll to find some more books.
Go for it.
To get my wood elf, and since wood elf's a favorite enemy of mine, don't I get an advantage on history checks related to them?
Well, this is an investigation check.
Oh.
But if you also get advantage on that...
I'm checking. It says, as well as on intelligence checks to recall information about them. So I don't really think that's an investigation. That's more of a history, religion, nature sort of deal.
Yeah. So looking for books on them, maybe not, but gleaning correct information out of the books that you find, you're probably going to be just better at.
That's fine. I'm going to give myself disadvantage because I'm so distracted by the thought of my friend who's being held hostage.
Fair enough.
Well, there goes that natural 20.
Of your own doing.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, 13. Yeah, I mean, easy enough to find sort of lineages of wood elves. They are, for the most part, delineated between the elven lines in Nildor, northern Nildor, and the elven lines elsewhere in the world. The village that you stayed in for a time was in Zymor, so not a Nildorian elven conclave. So if you're focusing more on that, then there's, all sorts of different histories about why elves left Nildor, why they sort of forsook that whole line and continued to live elsewhere. Just some sort of regional folklore, elven folklore, as well as elven religious stuff. I guess probably the most interesting stuff that you find is that there is, in fact, a schism is the wrong word for it. What's happening? Why is everybody giggling?
What?
It's those two. They're always doing stuff.
It's true. They're always
No,
doing
we're not!
something.
We're literally not doing anything.
I don't believe you. Look at Chelsea.
Yeah,
Look at her.
You can lie. Chelsea can't.
Chelsea, pull yourself together.
This is why I never made it as
I'm
an actor.
back in the living room.
Dang it. But a schism is the wrong word between Nildorian and non-Nildorian elves because it's not that deep anymore. But there is a bit of sort of difficulty between the two because Nildor is the remains of the Valhenshi regime, which was the elven regime that took over this entire continent pretty early in the Age of the Blade. They were pushed back, and the sort of empire dissolved into this country of Nildor, which was run by one of the generals, Targon Thurstal, of the army that defeated the empire. So, like, it's not a hatred between Nildorian and non-Nildorian elves, but there's it's a little tense between the two of them. Those who stayed in the empire and those who decided to leave it. Which you probably knew a little bit about from your time living with elves, but it's not a day-to-day. It's not like a daily conversation. It's not the way that like Zymor and Salos feel about each other, where there's just like deep and open hatred between the two countries. It's just like maybe we don't bring it up at Thanksgiving, or maybe Thanksgiving's the only time we bring it up. You know, that sort of thing.
Holiday special.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, it's pretty bog standard elven stuff.
That's fine. I go and write about it.
Easy enough. Cool. Una, you make your way down the winding corridor towards Mrs. Lee's office. And as always, her office door is open, and there are some sweet treats baked upon her table. This morning, it's cookies. They're good berry cookies.
Cool. Wait, with like healing abilities?
No, when you bake them, they lose their magic, but they still taste great.
Cause
Or good.
I'm down 6 hit points from Sortilegium, bitch.
Oh yeah.
I looked at cause I was looking at my character sheet and I was like, why am I down hit points? And then I reset it and then went, oh wait, that's what.
Yeah, because you tried to speak into her mind and she was like,
Yeah, maybe. Well, okay. Cool. Hi, Mrs. Lee.
Oh, hi, Thierry. How are you doing?
Pretty good. You said, can I talk to one of the messaging?
Yes,
What
we
did
have.
you say?
We have one. Should be arriving at any time if you meet him up in reading room B on the 2nd level of the library. That's where you're gonna want to be. I don't remember if I had this accent before, but I do now, and we're gonna roll with it.
Cool.
It's a pretty easy process. He will be there throughout the whole thing, but they've been trained to not listen in on conversations that they facilitate. He's one of the good ones too. He can get you a visual sort of image of the people you're talking to.
Oh, it's Zoom. Oh, cool. Yay. Is there like a time limit? I'm just scared that my parents will talk a lot.
Is 8 hours fine?
Should be.
He's one of the better ones. I mean, though them from the Felfred College have to be, so should be enough, but I mean, let's hope it doesn't last that long, right, dearie?
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, would you like a cookie?
I would love one.
She sort of just offers the plate to you.
Alright. Gonna go to reading room B.
Cool. Yeah, you head on up there, up one of the grand staircases along the side of the library. Yeah, I mean, you've been up here already before, just searching for tomes. I believe the library is 4 stories tall. And on the 2nd story, there's a wing of reading rooms, which are sort of smaller, secluded, nicer areas. Reading room
like
A,
a college would have.
yeah, like exactly. Reading room A, however, is sort of a group reading room, and there's a fireplace in it. It's like real nice. The rest of the reading rooms are just sort of warmly decorated, sort of study areas with oaken tables. And you you enter and you see that there is a human man, medium build, looking a little bit bored in a blue robe with just a big mirror on the front of it. Sorry, an image of a mirror. Not a literal mirror. You're not going to be looking into his chest to talk to your parents. I should have specified. It's just like an embroidered, like a symbol of a mirror on his chest.
This is Una's most intimate moment with another person.
He turns to you. He's, I don't know, fair skin, brown eyes, pretty boring looking guy. And he says, "Are you the one who's looking to speak to someone at a distance?"
Yes.
My name is Mark Zoom. I will be facilitating your meeting today.
Cool.
Now, usually, we limit these meetings to a little under an hour, but since you have a school account, we can do this for as long as you'd need.
That's very nice of them to set that up for the students and faculty.
I know, right? How cool! How cool of the Bright Futures Initiative.
I would like to rage.
And who would you like to be speaking to?
My parents, Osnad and Hilola Notwise.
Osnad and Hilola Notwise. Do you have an object that belongs to them with you?
I mean, my clothes.
Yeah, very well. I will be sending them a simple message first to make sure that they are in a place, state, or time in which they can respond to your call. If you excuse me, and he sort of like grabs the corner of your clothes, and his eyes just glow blue. Didn't we decide sending was this? Yeah, we did.
It's.
Yeah. So he does that, grabs your clothing, and then sort of starts typing. His eyes are blue, and then they flash back to normal. He says, "Not only are they available, they're overjoyed to hear from you. So let's get this started." And he sits down in one of the chairs, sort of cracks his back a little bit, and then sort of starts moving his hand in a circle in front of your face. And as he moves his hand, there's sort of a residue of Quicksilver energy just coming off of his hand that slowly forms itself into a circular, almost mirror-like surface. At first you can see your reflection in it, and then slowly that fades into something that looks sort of like your reflection, but you realize it is instead your mother. As soon as they can see you, your mom is just sitting there expectantly, and your dad's like looking. It's like, there she is. There's our girl. How's school treating you, darling?
Pretty good. I miss you guys a lot.
We miss you too. Things do not run nearly as smoothly backstage without you here to yell at all these louts.
Right. Well, I wouldn't yell, but.
Okay. Wouldn't yell.
It's so cool to see you guys.
Yeah. Didn't even know you could do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we should invest in something like this for the next production. Oh no, that's a great idea. Because then with the scene, and they just start like getting in a very intense discussion with each other about how this would help their production.
Yes, sure, maybe. So...
Oh, yeah, of course, honey. So what did you want to talk to us about? Or is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's great. So I have my first project.
And I'm sure you're gonna ace it.
And we are supposed to... It might be difficult when you hear this. Just please don't.
Oh, come on! There's nothing you could say that would be difficult. What? They wanna hear about your childhood. We have all sorts of stories we could tell them.
Sure. But like a lot farther back from my childhood.
Oh, you want to hear about? Do they teach that sort of thing in school? I mean, we could talk. We could tell you about the night you were.
No, you've already told me that. You'd already told me that.
Again.
No.
Yeah, the images of the tap dance show from which they showed you the night you were conceived, flash in your brain.
No, they want to know about our family background going back to the age of barbarianism.
Barbarism.
Barbarism.
Your dad's big old smile sort of freezes and then falls. And then he says,
And
I
yeah, to Mr. Zoom, just like, is he frozen? Is he? Okay. I know. I was told to not. Ask about it, but you could leave out the part about our family.
I mean, it's not really a matter of leaving it out. It's that I mean, we just don't know.
You don't even know what we are called?
I mean, we're
Besides
halflings. We're the not wises.
Yeah. But what you've told me is that... Oh, okay, then how do we know to speak to each other without talking?
Yeah, it's just a thing we can do. I always taught you never to look gift horse in the mouth. And then your mother sort of says, "Oh, I think I hear that there's a problem with some of the costumes. You might want to go check on that." And he's like, yeah, sorry, business calls. Oh, great to see you, honey. Next time I hope I'll be more help." And he leaves. And as your mother looks out, watches him leave, and says, I'm sorry, it's very difficult for him to talk about, but it's probably time that you knew. As far as our immediate family is concerned, nothing's out of the ordinary. We're just pretty standard halflings, but, why don't you look up the deity named Guldak? You have a big library at your disposal, yes?
Yeah. Guldak?
Ghuul apostrophe DAK.
All right.
Look into that, and I think you'll find the answers you're looking for. But Una, darling, remember, our past doesn't define us. Our future does.
Thanks, Mom.
Of course. Well, now that we know that we can just get one of these going, you'd best expect to hear from us quite a bit more.
I glance over at Mr. Zoom. I don't remember his first name.
Mark.
No, it's Mr. Zoom.
He sort of gets it, and he starts shaking his hand, and the picture becomes a little less clear.
Ooh, maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it working? What's happening?
I think it's like a new magic. They're still working out all the kinks.
Well, let me know when they get it working again.
Okay.
And call us right away.
Will do.
Love you, darling.
Love you, Mom. Bye, Dad.
I'll tell him you said goodbye. And then it sort of warbles out, and the Quicksilver fades.
She just literally stands there.
Will that be all, ma'am?
Yeah.
Very well.
Thank you.
Just doing my job. He sort of does a small bow and then leaves.
Very, very slowly, I go look up for Guldak.
Cool. Make an investigation check for me.
Oh no. What is investigation? It's a +3. No, my gosh. Run away. That's why I had multiple dice. Ooh, cool. 19.
19, yeah. You are able to find...
Yes.
By asking sort of the library aides as well as using the Fantasy Dewey Decimal System,
Yeah.
you are able to find mention of Guldak in one book, which is a farmer's guide to evil deities. The passage on this deity is 2 pages long. And what you find is that Gul'dak is also known, probably more commonly known, as the Cloud of Devastation. Gul'dak, the Cloud of Devastation, was worshipped by a clan of halflings known as Ghostwise halflings who worshipped him. They were exiled from Salos for their beliefs and practices, and spent the next 1,000 years offering living sacrifices to Gul'dak, attuning with the cloud and its magic, and forming a powerful cult around it. The clan was ultimately destroyed by a group that would go on to become the Brotherhood of the Earthen Grasp, which is sort of the premier mercenary guild in this continent, in the 308th year of Unity. Gul'dak was scattered to the wind, and the Ghostwise who survived slowly grew out from its corrupting influence, becoming no different from the rest of halflings, but permanently bearing Guldar's mark, which is the hair. That's all the information in this book about Gul'dak and the Cloud of Devastation.
But we have an image of him in the Discord.
It's a cloud formed of black and white vapor. It's amorphous, ever-changing.
Yo, sick vape, bruh.
Really, really upset with this, and also what everybody's slamming on me in chat.
Alright. Okay. Could you send me that, Blake?
Yeah, I can do
Or...
that. Yeah,
Cool.
I can absolutely do that.
Cool. I'm gonna start writing a lot. Adding some, I don't know, as much theatrical flair as Una could muster,
Sure.
maybe.
I'm just sending it to you right now.
What was the name of the guild again? Just so
The Brotherhood of the Earthen Grasp, and I'm gonna send that. It's gonna be
Okay.
in the message I'm sending you on Facebook Messenger right now.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, cool. I just got to writing.
Cool. So yeah, so the rest of you, continue along with your projects. Yeah, I mean, I guess how long are you? You have the rest of the day to yourselves until your curfew at 8 p.m. What's the plan? How long you intend to be working on your projects? I know Tethers doesn't finish until probably around noon. Shandi and Tether, it probably takes you that long. In Una, by the time you've written all your stuff, it's probably around noon as well. The other two of you have been just either working until that time, or if you wanted to go do something else, you are more than welcome to as well.
Is this the day after we got back from being in the field? Or...
That was last night, yeah.
Okay, so we've had a long rest since then?
Yes.
Alright. I go find... let's see. Who's in the library right now?
Everyone. Although this is probably when Una went off to do her mirror magic, so...
I go to Septon. So, Septon,
Yeah, what's up?
how's your project going?
I think I'm almost finished. I'm gonna be done soon. I have a complete history of elves.
Oh, right. Like, every elf? Every single one?
Oh, no, I don't think I have every single elf, but I think I've got all the important stuff.
What about me? Am I in there?
Well, are you an elf?
No, but some people have said I look like an elf sometimes.
Well, I was gonna say none of the...
Thank you so much for the follow, Zargon. You're the boss. You're the boss. You're the bomb.com. Anyway, continue your repeat.
I was
He's
gonna
our
say,
boss. Everyone, be better.
Our boss is here.
shit.
I'll have that.
I was gonna say because
Yeah.
none of the sub races I've read about in my research look like you, so I got really worried for a second.
No, it's fine. It's probably because I'm not really an elf. So, yeah, I was doing my homework too, and I found this book, but it was pretty boring. I pull over a chair, So I have a question, a proposition, perhaps.
Are you sitting in the chair backwards?
I am. Elbows on the table.
Go on.
So tonight, we overheard that they would be meeting someone on the campus. Do you remember that conversation from last night?
Yeah.
I think they said they're waiting to meet someone here tonight on campus.
Someone from campus was meeting them where you saw them.
Oh,
what
right.
they said.
That was it.
No, somebody from campus is leaving.
Right. Oh, right. That's what they said. Sometimes I forget because I think I was probably hitting the head too hard last night when we were fighting.
Very possible.
I've been there.
So here's the thing. I want to keep an eye out on the campus. I want to survey the entire grounds all night long.
A stakeout.
Aye, but to do that, my headphones are down. Give me 1 second. Okay. But to do that, well, there's just this ridiculous curfew we have to see our way out of. Would you want to skip curfew with me?
You know, everybody's been acting like skipping curfew is a huge deal and really difficult, but we've done it twice now.
It's so easy.
Yeah, and also, I'm working on something that I think might help us skip it more easily. So, like,
Perfect.
I got a plan going. Don't worry, I might have it ready by tonight. We'll see.
All right. Well, I'm going to check in tonight when Private Welly Johnson makes sure that we are in our beds. But after that, I'm gonna probably sneak on out. And do you know that really tall tower we were in for classes?
Yeah?
I think that'd be a great place.
Oh, yeah, you could probably see all of... Huh.
Plus, we were able to climb out the window, so easy access to the rooftop. Just in case you need to jump from the roof or something.
Right, it's a good idea, but here's the thing. I'm pretty sure we don't actually need to, like, break rules to do that.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure we could, like, get permission from a teacher to, like, be in the tower after curfew.
Alright.
Oh, no, wait, because then they would, like, know where we are. And if we weren't there, they'd be suspicious.
You're right. So we should probably just sneak out. Not worry about telling anyone, I mean... It just seems easier that way.
Alright. No, I mean, look, we sneak out a lot, and you're right, we do have to go help our friend, but... What's his name? Elias.
Legolas.
We do have to go help Elias, so, like, I'm in, man.
What are we gonna tell Shandy? Because he'll probably be awake when we try to leave, or I feel like something about him tells me he doesn't get much sleep, so he'll probably be awake.
I mean, you want to just... Trent, I'm gonna be honest again. I think the gang will come with us. Cause the past 2 times we've left, it's also been equally a bad idea, and the gang's come with us.
Well, I don't think it was a bad idea, but they did come with, you're right. Alright, well... If they don't want to come with, then... their loss, I suppose.
What if... Hold on. What if we tell them the plan is to go hang out in the tower, but then when we see somebody leave, then we just bring them with us, and they're in for it. They're you know.
Right.
I don't know. Do you think we should try to get a teacher to like let us be in the tower late at night?
No, because who do you campus is going to meet them.
Oh, that's right. We shouldn't trust anybody, because there's a man on the inside. I like how you think, Turn.
It might even be one of us. Oh, except we were all there at night. Alright, there's not any of us.
As Turn said that, Septon, like, pushed his chair back slightly, and then, like, he was like, oh no, right, it's not any of us. He was like, yeah, you're right, that makes sense. Nothing like the two 8-int guys solving mysteries together.
They're really trying. It's Scooby and Shaggy over here.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Tether is like Velma. Una has to be Daphne at that
I feel like Una's Velma for sure, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Una's Velma for
That'd
sure.
be Fred.
Tether be.
Yeah, that makes time. Yeah, you're Fred.
Shanti's Fred and Tether's
Shanti's
Scrappy. Sorry.
Tether's Fred.
Oh no!
Oh, that was
Oh,
fucking cold.
no.
He left.
The appropriate
Hey.
response.
Heather can be Daphne, very set in her ways,
But she's
Alright.
strong-willed. Come on.
I'm a Daphne scholar. Don't worry about it.
I'm the Daphne scholar. I've been trying to research her for years because, chat, I have a research project. I need to know when Daphne became the weapons expert of Scooby-Doo's canon. I've been looking for the moment. I've been looking for the moment in history when they're like, Daphne knows Kung Fu.
It has to be the live-action movie.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. There are animated movies before.
Well, only thing that we can do is go through the timeline and watch every single.
That's what I keep saying.
Why are we doing it?
No, no,
Should
no,
be
no,
doing
no.
this.
You have to watch them in like reverse order, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I have a
Oh, no,
theory.
you're right.
I have a theory because Zombie Island was the first movie that gave her like agency of like she was a journalist. So I feel like it was around that time. So we'll see.
Writing anything though. Oh no! Did she kick that zombie in the head or kick
Mhm.
somebody's head off or something?
Yeah.
Kick some butt.
Hmm.
Like we know
No,
solidly.
We didn't watch it the other night.
Well, we were two different movies, but okay.
Oh.
We know she's solidly a weapons expert by the time Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase comes out.
yeah. Because that bow staff.
Yeah. And the whole scene in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
We know. Anyway.
You might want to change the description of the Twitch stream.
Yeah, we're not
because
playing
now
D&D
it's just
anymore. We're
chatting.
talking about
Scooby-Doo
Daphne from
discourse.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Scooby discourse. Scrooby-Dooby-Doo,
Yeah,
dude.
Scooby-Doo, dude.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. When did Daphne become a weapon master?
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
It's been plaguing me for years.
Hi, Chelsea, behind Phoenix. Yeah, keep going with your RP if you want.
All right. Well, then that's a plan. We
If you
just
want.
go through the day. We do our little school projects. It don't really matter, but everyone's like, "Oh, we got to go to school right afterwards." And then, nighttime, check in. Good night, Private Welly Johnson. He's gonna fall asleep because he always does. The poor lad, he doesn't get any sleep, and then action.
So just like last night.
Peter, I'm hearing that storm you were talking about.
Yeah, right?
It's like a fucking tornadoes going down the street.
Nothing
It's
here.
not rain. It's not rain. It's just wind. It's like I can hear like things slamming into each other in the street.
Yeah, I can feel the wall shake a
That's
little
so
bit.
weird. It went from like you to you, and it hasn't hit us. That's
We're in between.
we're in between you guys. Anyway,
Sounds like we're doing the same thing as last night. Yeah, I might have an asset that can help us. We'll see.
Alright. I don't really know what you mean by that, but I'll take your word for it.
It's something we learned in
tactics.
no, in class with Colrill. Don't worry.
We had a class with Corel?
Yesterday, where you had
What
to
did you do?
you had to convince Colrell to Colrell acting as your academics professor to not make you do the assignment.
I remember we all sat down and had a chat with him, but I don't remember having the class. I don't remember having the class.
It's because you just drew him.
I think that was class. They told us a bunch of really like helpful stuff.
It wasn't like a study hall.
No, I think classes with Colreal are just kind of like chatting.
Are we supposed to learn something, or are there like grades?
I mean, don't you learn stuff just from like chatting with people anyway?
Sometimes, but not all the time. Most of the time, no.
From what I can tell, classes with Coral aren't Coral. It's Colreal. It's hard to do Colreal with Septon's like slur. Yeah, no, classes with Colreal seem like just like if you've ever like hung out like at a campfire or at a bar with like strangers and just like chatted about stuff. That's kind of what it feels like. And like you can learn stuff and like, you know, just kind of vibe. That's kind of what I feel like class with Colreal is like. They call it politics or political class, but like I think that's just vibes.
Right. Vibes. Alright.
Septon's understanding of politics is just kind of chatting.
Interesting. Well, I'll definitely definitely have to think differently about our class now. Alright, well, I'll see you later.
Alright. Hey, which class do you like best so far? Cause like, I like Brahm, but like, Elith's class, I don't understand at all.
I like Brom's class.
He says with his stack of papers.
I like Brom's outside classes. And I like calisthenics. I don't really think that's a class though. And that's it. Bye.
Yeah. Alright, I'll see you later.
Two bros.
Two bros.
Talk about breaking
Chilling
the
in the
rules.
library.
Yeah, okay, so I guess, I mean, no one rolls around. What do people want to do the rest of the day?
After leaving the library, I wanted to just take a walk sort of around the main building and see if I can find a good, like, hidden vantage point that I could potentially see the gate from.
Cool.
If we were to potentially do a stakeout.
Which gate are you thinking? One of the two lake gates or the main gate?
I forgot there were lake gates.
Yeah.
Would there be anywhere sort of where I could see Northern Lake Gate and Northern Normal Gate at the same time?
Let's give our map a little look-see.
Maybe the tower.
I mean, for sure, the top of the tower is the tallest thing, and the tower is the tallest building on the estate, and there are windows all around. You'll remember from Colreal's class for sure. If you're trying to see all the two lake gates here, as well as the main gate, the best spot would be at the front right corner of the library. There is shrubbery around there, so you could theoretically hide in there, in that foliage, sort of like back up against the library wall on your ass, sitting beneath some shrubs, at this corner. It's very, very close to the path, though.
Good to know. Yeah, I just wanted to know that. That's all I was doing with the rest of my day.
Cool. Yeah, you find that. You find other hiding places as well. There's actually a very, very good hiding place under the bridge, the air bridge between the tower and the library. There's sort of they filled the place under it around the paths with sort of like stones, but there is sort of like outside the Muhlenberg dining hall, that little space that's lower that you don't know exists until you look at it from the inside.
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably the best hiding place you find, but as far as vantage points, it shows you not a whole lot.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Cool. What's everybody else up to?
After Shandi leaves, Ted is gonna wait for Una.
Okay, yeah, you see Una writing stuff down. maybe looking a little troubled.
Okay, Tether's trying to be covert, so she's gonna.
So Una's writing down, and you know when you just like chose a topic for your paper that doesn't have a lot of information, so you're kind of writing the same sentence over and over again, but just using a bunch of synonyms? Yeah.
Then you resize the periods to be like a couple
Yeah.
points bigger.
So like she's kind of bullshitting, but I'm gonna say it's a good amount of a good bullshit. Okay, and then
And this starts happening.
yeah, in your head.
Tether's pointing at the chair next to her.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna move my stuff over to Tether.
Okay, I have two very important things I want to talk to you about, okay?
Okay.
One, do you want to help me go around and look for paints and glitter for our projects?
Sure.
Two, I think we should have a talk about what should happen tonight.
Yeah.
Separately, 3 different groups are figuring out plans for tonight.
So, I mean, well, what do you think?
Well, I think if we need some minerals to crush, that would be nearer to the tower.
Right. But, about what we're gonna do tonight.
Well, if you remember last night, Turn was being very reckless.
Yeah, maybe reckless is too harsh. I think he means well.
I think so
But
too.
He
But
just...
I got really scared.
Oh yeah, same.
And I just had a thought. We know that someone on the inside is a traitor,
Right.
right? One
Be right
person's
back.
going to go
I'm
meet
the
them.
bathroom.
Okay, turn, go away.
So we know one person, so that's why we were like worried about people not trusting us, right?
Mhm.
But I had a weird thought. What if we tell everyone? Because that spreads the chance that we tell the right person.
I
Like, let's say the traitors one of the teachers. If we
Yeah.
tell 3 teachers, that's 2 that are good.
Mhm. I kinda see where you're going. But what if I just have this weird feeling that maybe a lot of people want to get Elias, and maybe not for the best reasons. Or maybe it's for good reasons for them, but maybe not good for Elias. So like, remember, did I tell everybody that Eleanor was asking
You
about?
told everyone
Okay.
that Ellie was looking for it, yeah.
Like, as much as I trust Ellie and I want to help her out with her research because she seems really interested in this icy stag, I feel like Elias just wants to be free.
Thud, 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 thud. You both hear the noises of books falling over, and you can see behind you in one of the aisles, a figure has like accidentally knocked books over as they were peeking around the corner at you. The figure, quickly before you can make out who they are, just sort of whips around and runs back into the stacks.
Can I run after them?
Yeah, you can run after them. As you sort of run around the corner, you can see that it is a smaller figure. I mean, it's not small, like medium figure, but short for a medium figure, with the robes of a Felfret college student. Hood is up, and they're just sort of rushing between the stacks, like making quick turns.
I'm running after them, and in their head screaming, "Stop!"
The person, You're speeding up, they're slowing down. They do not seem like the type who does much running.
Okay.
But as you get particularly close to them, they are going to throw a book behind them at your feet. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Book dodging. This is the high quality combat you guys all asked for. A 24.
Yeah, dude, without you not even it doesn't even break your stride, you just step over it.
Front handspring.
Yeah, you're like 2 feet behind them now as they're like just continuing to run.
Hey, no worries. Just can I try to grab him?
Yeah, easily enough. And you spin around.
This is a library.
Eleanor, red in the
Aha.
face, giant glasses fogged up, nose running.
Okay, so.
Listen, it's not what you think. I was just walking around the corner. I knocked over some books. Don't worry about it. It was a bit, it happens to everybody.
Ellie, did you hear what we were saying?
What?
Did you hear what we were saying?
No.
Is she telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
Yes. Insight is. Hey, 19.
So what she says instead is,
No.
Okay, Tether's gonna come back. Like,
as winded as Ellie.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I just don't. It's been a very strange 3 days.
Una, it's okay. It's okay. Shh.
And I just want what's right for Elias.
I don't. Elliot?
Okay, so Elias, kid in the woods.
Una.
I'm a little winded.
Una.
What?
Una, can I talk? I'm sorry. Can I talk?
Yes. Sorry. I just did like a front flip in a library and I'm a little ecstatic right now.
Okay. Hi, I'm
Never done one
Tether.
before. I feel like I just leveled up.
As you come towards Ellie, her eyes seem to expand to almost the size of her giant oversized round glasses.
Hi, Cryptid. Hi, I'm Tether. You must be really good at sneaking, because not a lot can get past me.
Can I touch your mushroom cap?
No,
Oh,
that's uncomfortable to ask.
I thought I'd ask instead of just doing it. I'm very sorry.
It's okay. One time, I really wanted to know what some of the elders were saying in my community, and so then I snuck up. And then when I got caught, they put me in the ground. The ground was a place that was dug out, that was very dark, and about like this wide apart. And I was in there for about, well, you can't really tell because it's always dark. So
Tether,
I learned a lesson.
Tether,
Yeah?
No, wait. Keep going. What happens under it? I want to know what happens next.
She has a notebook out and she's writing what you're saying.
Oh, I just learned a lesson that
Oh.
you shouldn't sneak on conversation
Yeah, I'm really sorry
or
about
you'll get
that.
punished.
I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I've never heard of anything quite like you, Tether. So I was a little bit just sort of trying to look at how you interacted in a social setting.
What do you mean? I interact like everyone else interacts.
Well, that's what my notes say too. But I had to watch you without you knowing I was watching you in order to take, proper scientific notes.
Una, why does she think I'm a science?
you're just a very interesting person.
You're super interesting.
Okay, well, that wasn't nice. And that wasn't right.
Well, I mean, if you look at the scientific method, it was right, and nicety doesn't really come into research very much, but you know.
They're both taller than Una, aren't they?
Yeah.
Una's teeny. She's just like,
Well, I would just really like to know what you're gonna do with not the information about me. We can talk about that later. But with when you're eavesdropping on a private conversation between two people.
Well, it wasn't really about the conversation so much, though I am interested in what you were saying. That wasn't my original intention.
I have a great idea. What if I have an interview with you and I don't know, you can probably touch my mushroom.
Really?
Yeah, it's fine. If you cross out all the notes. Did you take any notes of what we said?
No, just sort of how you behaviorally reacted.
Okay. Can you promise not to do that again?
Well, I don't need to do it again. I already did it the one time.
Okay. Can you just read what you said?
Yeah. She flips back a couple pages. Seems to interact like any other member of an elven or humanoid race would. Forms friendships and connections similar to most elvens or humanoids. Does seem to carry insects around. Sometimes they live in the cap, other times they do not. Seems pretty nice. Very pretty eyes.
Okay. I don't care anymore. Una, you can just do whatever. I'm just gonna go start looking for rocks and stuff.
Are we? Are we on for an interview or?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm Eleanor, so it was nice to meet you.
Bye.
Tether, will you wait for me?
I'll probably be around in the grounds or in the area of where the exit is. There's plenty of there.
Okay. Wait, no. Tether, can you stay?
Do what?
Should we just tell her?
I mean, I can't
No.
police what is in your mind and leaves your mouth. So if you want to.
I know, but I'm trying to... I don't know.
Can you do me a favor? Can you put your fingers in your ears?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
She's got her book in her mouth and her fingers in her ears.
What? If you want to tell her, tell her.
Okay.
Proponent of telling.
What?
But I was a proponent of telling authority figures, not someone off campus. I mean, if they're off campus, then that means they're not one of the people, because we know the person is on campus.
Yeah.
And if you think she's nice, what?
Yeah. They just said the school. Could be any. How far is Felder Wind?
Felford's about a half mile north of here.
Okay.
In the town that I have a name of.
Okay.
I just don't
Okay.
know
Oh,
off
they
the top of my
didn't
head.
specify.
All right.
They didn't specify.
Just
Yeah,
said the
I don't
school.
think they
Yep.
specified. Even though this one
never
is
mind.
closer to where they are. But okay.
Can I insight check to see if whether their intentions are good or nefarious?
On Ellie? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I have 7 insight, so that is 23.
23. So for the most part, it seems as though her interest is purely research-based, especially when it comes to like Elias and this stag situation. When it comes to you, there's research, but there's also something else, and it's not a thing it doesn't really compute for you, but she seems very interested in you for some reason, and you're not really sure why or how or in what context.
I mean, she seems nice. So, yeah, you can tell her. But between you and me, I don't know why, but the thought that she needed to like see if I was a normal person kind of hurt my feelings. So I'm just gonna go. Okay. Okay. Bye. I'll be looking at minerals and crushing them, and maybe the five of us can have a paper decorating party while we talk about plans. Okay. Bye.
I'm gonna be back on campus in 2 days. If you wanna hang out?
You can take them off.
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna be back on campus in 2 days. If you wanna have an interview.
I'm always on campus, and I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll be here. You know where to find me.
Bye.
Bye.
So,
Una, bye.
bye.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow, Zowie.
about this, yeah. About this stag.
Oh yeah. Oh
You told
yeah.
me.
The stag.
1 second. And she sort of puts the notebook away and ruffles and pulls something else out.
So you do know about the stag?
Maybe? So, when we went into the woods, we saw a boy. A man? A boy. Was Elias a man or boy?
A little older than you guys.
Cool. Okay, young man.
It's probably, yeah, like
We saw.
probably a year or two older than Turn. Equivalent
Yeah.
of
Tad.
at least.
We saw a person who had antlers and ice magic.
Ice magic and antler. Well, that mean both of those things sort of correspond with what I found about the
Cardi.
stag.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Huh.
He is now captured.
Captured?
And
By who?
yep, of some weird people.
Oh, is this what you were saying when things got weird in a bad way?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just the laughter of anime Willy Wonka is like reverberating in her brain right now. So they are holding him hostage in some sort. It was like ruins, right? Sort
Yeah.
of. Yeah. Some sort of building close to the school, and it sounds like someone within, most likely this school, is gonna pick him up. Like they were hired to get him, and
Huh. Well,
I feel
that's-
like
you should probably
they don't.
tell somebody about that, but
Right, but
ugh,
who do I tell?
I don't know. I mean, I could talk to my uncle if you wanted me to, or my great uncle.
Okay.
Do you know who my great? Did I ever tell you who my great uncle was?
No.
He's the guy who started this whole thing, Casimir Orion.
Oh.
He's your, I guess, headmaster technically. I could talk to him. I mean, he probably.
He's a headmaster, am I right?
Horrible.
So was he the one who told you to find the stag, or he just told you about the stag?
He was the one who said there were sightings around here and that I might be interested. And then my mom said it would
Okay.
be best for me to transfer to Felfrit from Miscraltal because, you know, I mean, being closer to family is usually better. And I didn't really want to go because it's kind of a downgraded
Right.
education, but this is a really nice facility, so.
Right. I'm gonna think about some things some more.
Okay.
And she just leaves.
Oh, wait, but before you go,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
your friend Tether, what's the best way to get in contact with her?
Me.
You want this poison ivy.
Okay, so if I just look for you, then I can find her, probably.
Yeah, best not to go to her directly.
Oh,
She.
why?
I feel like I'm like a publicist of a celebrity or something.
Wait, why not?
She needs to warm up to you, and I don't think she's there yet.
Oh, is she cold-blooded?
I have no idea. Actually, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll ask her when we have our interview.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
But
that sounds good.
thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to press about this whole situation, especially since, you know, you just chased me through a library, because I was spying on you guys.
Right.
But I do have some questions. I guess I could save for a little bit later. I won't tell my uncle unless you want me to.
Yeah, let's keep it between us.
Okay. My lips are sealed, but not literally, because that'd be bad.
Right.
Well, huh. Well, on one hand, very exciting though, because that means I'm closer than ever to actually maybe even interacting with a cryptid. One of a kind creature.
Okay.
Well, hey, thanks
Bye.
for your help, and I
No,
mean, let me
thank
know
you.
if Tether ever, you know, wants to have an interview or just wants to get food or something.
Yeah. Okay. I go. I'm gonna just go find Tether, I suppose.
Cool. Yeah. You leave, and Ellie goes back to her work. Tether, where you at?
Survival check. 7 in survival. 24.
Yeah, I mean, you find all sorts of minerals that could be crushed down into pigment using the right solutions, which is the thing
Or-
that you've been taught to do.
Or if you don't want to make them into pigments, you can crush them real fine and then just glue them so they're a little like a
Sparkle.
they're like a powdery sparkle.
Glitter. You've made glitter. with a 20 plus, you have invented glitter.
Oh, that glitter's all on my project.
Of course it is.
There's gonna be glitter everywhere for the rest of our time here.
Yeah, you're never gonna be rid of this glitter.
It's never gonna go away.
So yeah, you find Tether sort of collecting minerals.
So did you do it?
What?
Did you tell that person?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's 1 down. So if we want to make sure we told someone trustworthy, we have to tell at least 1 more.
Right. Who do we tell?
Well, we shouldn't be making these decisions just the 2 of us. Should we gather everyone and say we told 1 person and we should have to tell 1 more, at least?
Yeah.
And we can decorate.
I know. I feel like they won't want to tell anybody though. They're just gonna want to go save him. Which, it's not wrong. It's not bad, but
not wrong or bad, but if you have a life on the line, might as well have multiple options.
Yeah. I just feel it's better to tell a grown-up.
Yeah, and it's also better to be open with your friends.
Just don't know which grown-up to tell. They've all got shifty aspects to them.
I have an idea. What if we tell...
I have a new idea. It's the same idea I told you before.
Or at least, okay, if you don't want to tell all the adults, what if we tell all 3 teachers, the owner, the guy who runs the kitchen, the groundskeeper, and, oh god, what's her name?
Captain
Mrs.
Sheena?
Lee,
Oh.
and Captain Sheena. So all of them.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to do all of them, we can do a process of elimination and get at least
Let's-
2.
I like that. Well, let's talk to the group first. Even though I
Okay.
feel like
What?
I don't know. I get the sense that if we did this and didn't really tell them, they wouldn't really care, but they would care, but just not know that they care. You know what I mean?
No.
Never mind.
So you're saying we should just go to the teacher's housing now and tell them?
No.
Okay.
No, because you were right. We should be open with our friends. Who we've known all of 2 or 3 days.
I know it's exciting. I haven't been around people my age nearly that long.
Yeah. Alright, let's go find them.
Shandi's wandering the grounds, looking into bushes. Turn and Septon are just leaving the library, I think.
Is Shandi
Is it
doing
not-
the when Kronk is sneaking out?
No, you can see me I'm just I'm standing next to the bushes to try to gauge the height and how low I have to crouch to get behind them, and pacing out how far it is to the path from each bush to find the ideal hiding spot.
Time is it?
1 p.m.
Time for you to get a watch.
Do watches exist in this world?
Yes.
Where?
They're probably pretty rare, but clock towers, gnomish clock towers exist, so.
Do anyone remember that joke in Hercules? Anyone want to buy a sundial?
That's the best joke Disney has ever done.
Yeah, we just.
What am I doing?
I mean, I guess time-wise, we just came out of the library.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
Septon turn, hit the quad.
I don't
Just chill
I
out.
don't even know where you.
Chill on the quad. Shoes off,
Oh,
shirt
no.
off. Septon's playing.
no.
Septon's playing the pan flute.
Bathing
It's a
in the
lot
sun.
of green and orange.
Oh shoot!
Turn is playing hacky sack.
Septon, you want to go jump into the lake?
Yo, I like how you're thinking. It's like late summer,
Yeah,
right?
it's late summer, sort of those muggy last few days of the summer months.
Oh yeah, we're moving towards the lake.
Beach episode.
Every episode's a beach episode when you live on a lake.
All right. Yeah, I have a good time.
Yeah, fucking swimming. Yeah, as you see Shandi very scientifically measuring out hiding spaces, you hear, "Hell yeah, splash!"
Shanti, come on in. The water's fine.
Okay. Once I finish this, I just have to check out a few more spots around campus and just get the lay of the land.
And the water is fine. It's beautiful. It's crystal clear, nice and cold, refreshing.
Whew. That was a great idea. Much better than that stuffy old library.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Why can't all classes be held in the lake?
I feel like not all things can be learned in a lake,
Right.
but I
what's the
could be
important
wrong
thing?
about that.
What's the important things?
You see Tether and Una sort of strolling up to you guys.
Hey guys, come on in.
Okay.
Just keeps walking.
At my knees. How far?
As far as you would like to, Tether.
Okay. Well, I have decorations, so we can all decorate our projects.
It's very thoughtful of you.
Is that part of the project? Septon looks terrified.
They
think
do
it's-
wrong, dude.
I think it's like more of an extra credit thing.
Oh.
Also, me and Una wanted to talk about tonight.
Oh,
I believe Turn did as well.
aye, what a coincidence.
Ah.
Perhaps we should move somewhere a little more private than the lake.
I mean, it's behind our house.
Hey, is there any-
Can I make a perception check? Just because now I'm on edge because I feel like everyone's
Yeah, go for it.
watching.
Are people watching Turn and Septon swim? I don't like this.
Watching me. No. Yep, 16.
I mean, yeah, not many people are even around. Most of the main traffic goes from the library to the entrance, just that way, and you see some people coming in towards the mess hall. But it's not. They don't like serve a particularly spectacular lunch hour, so nobody's really there right now.
Okay.
You see some staff definitely sort of out and about on their break of the mess hall, but yeah.
Pretty private.
I mean, if you don't want to be in the water, we can move up onto the shore.
I mean, you guys have like
No, I'm-
you have a back porch with like chairs on it too, so
You're right, my toes are getting soggy. We better
Oh, I wasn't really saying like.
step back up to the
if it-
bed.
I wasn't. Okay.
What?
I was agreeing with you. Like we could talk out here.
Right, but if we stay here for too much longer, my fingers are gonna turn into prunes.
Okay.
Alright, we'll head inland. Get out of the water.
Turn does his famous turn walk.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I have different components. So this is a blue stein, and this. Yeah. Oh no! Oh, sorry. You can also
fine,
like
it's
put
fine.
them in water to make them a paint.
Right. Tether, I think we're talking about
Oh,
the
like a
other thing.
pigment?
A pigment, yeah.
Turn-
Yeah, I learned how to make pigments growing up because there wasn't really much to do in between ceremonies, and I was really alone, and so I would just crush things and like experiment.
Did you paint a lot of things?
Yeah, but I didn't. I paint a lot of bark and mostly myself because there wasn't really any thing.
Did you ever paint any birds?
Paint birds? Yeah, I really liked painting birds.
I really like birds too.
Yeah, I used to. Whenever I was in the cage in the ground, I would look up and really wish I was one of them.
That sounds a little sad, but also beautiful.
No, it'd be like I'd do this.
Oh. Did it work?
Not yet.
Keep
Right.
on trying.
So-
Right.
Is Shandi
about
here?
No, he's measuring a
Oh.
bush.
No, yeah, I'm like in the background, still like pacing around.
I figured we collected him
He's over
as
there.
we were.
He seemed
Okay.
very entranced in what he was doing.
Like very scientifically, like measuring shit. Catboy's staying away from water.
Did you want to bring Shandi into this?
Well, I think it's good to have
Yeah.
everyone to talk it through everything.
Or is there some sort of house meeting or something? Alright.
No, it was more of like,
Meeting. Okay.
no, shh, no, don't
Yep,
turn.
yes. Oh,
I like how it echoes.
Heather has her finger at this to Shanti. You have to do it like this, otherwise people will notice.
Shani's already walking over.
Shanti!
He's like halfway there. Yes. Were we meeting to discuss tonight, I assume?
We're talking about tonight.
I was wondering when that conversation was going to happen. I sort of assumed we would just wing it like we have the past two.
Oh, well,
Oh, please, no.
I think that'll work for me as long as we're all together on it.
I had an idea.
We wing it?
No.
If anyone can fly, that'd be great. But
I can
I had an idea. So there's a person on that's a traitor, right? There's a person, and so we can't trust anyone, right?
Right, like a traitor or some sort of
Yeah,
secret
but
plot.
so we can't tell if anyone. We can't tell one person. But what if we tell multiple people? That guarantees that some people are good.
Right, but if we tell no one, it guarantees we won't tell the traitor.
Yeah. But
That's sort of where I'm coming from. But if you think we should tell multiple people, then well, I'm willing to give it a try. But after that, we try my plan.
well, it's great to have multiple plans. Also, caveat: Una has already told one person.
Oh,
Yeah.
who'd you tell?
Ellie? From Ellie?
Who?
From the library?
I've only ever met you in the library. I've literally talked to no one besides the people standing right here in the library.
Right. But there is another person in the library, believe it or not.
I thought there were just books in there.
Nope.
There's people too.
Yep. Ellie is one of the students from the school that I can never remember the name of.
Felfrit College.
F school. The Elfrit.
Felfrit.
Felfrit. The Effin College.
I think it's Smelldrift.
Yeah. And, because, remember I told you guys last night she was the one who was asking about this icy stag figure? So I figured she was the best one to confide in, because she seemed to only really want to know about it, for the sake of knowledge. And
also, she
But I
snuck up and eavesdropped on us when we were talking about it.
She does seem very trustworthy.
She was writing notes about me like I was at a science experiment, and I don't know why.
It does seem very strange.
And so I think Captain Sheena is a good candidate for people to tell. I feel like she doesn't get into shady kind of business, so I feel like I'm playing a game of Clue. So I feel like she's not the kind of person who would betray us.
Alright.
My only concern with Captain Sheena is that, like, if we tell her, we admit that we broke her curfew, and I feel like she wouldn't like that. But you are right, she doesn't seem like the kind to, like, be involved with, like, shady business.
Also, Septon and I were planning on breaking curfew tonight, and if we tell her, it'll make it a lot harder.
Well, if
It's
we
an
want to have
idea.
multiple
But-
plans, we could wait to tell her until after you guys leave, and then me and Una tell her and other people, and so then there's multiple things happening at once. And so if there's one person who has to control it all, they might be stressed, but that'll give us the most chance for success.
But also think about this. If we tell the right person, they could help us fight the pell-mell.
Yeah, we almost all died for one of them. And if they're together with a third traitor.
Alright, hear me out here, because this was part of Turn's plan. Turn suggested we, wait tonight and see who's leaving?
Oh, what a coincidence. That was actually, I don't know if you noticed I was being pretty stealthy about it, but I've been scouting out some hiding spots around campus to see if we could maybe get a vantage point and stake out the entrances.
Oh, I thought that was a weird dance.
Did it look weird? Was it obvious?
No, I think it just looked like you dropped your book or something into the bush and you were trying to find it.
It
Okay.
it definitely was not obvious what you were doing.
Okay,
Or
perfect.
you could be looking for truffles. I haven't found any truffles nearby.
I bet if there were trouble.
Anyway, we could keep an eye on who's leaving, and depending on who it is, what if we just intercepted them afterwards and we didn't have to deal with Pell Mell?
But
How do we know?
Or even beforehand.
Well, we still have to save Elias, so.
Uh,
If we find out who the person is, then we can just tell everyone else.
Wait, is Elias being exchanged? Or
so? That was the impression I got. Or what?
All that you heard was we have to hold him here until they come from the school when it closes down tomorrow.
okay, so we
Wait,
don't
then
really
it could be more than one person. Why were we saying it?
You just sort
Why
of made
were
that.
we
You just decided that, and I wasn't gonna tell you you're wrong.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so Una realizes this as Chelsea realizes this. Guys, when did we decide that it was just one person?
Maybe because it's been multiple weeks since we heard it.
I just had a hunch.
Right, but they said they, which could refer to one person, but could also mean multiple people.
Alright, so that means we can't tell anyone.
Well, we already told one person. And if it's multiple people, it would be easier to see if they're all leaving. So
Right.
I suggest we have someone keeping watch somewhere, if someone found a good hiding place to look for things, and look for a person. If they see it or not, then we have two people. I think it's probably you two, already going out there, and we have or maybe three people, and we have one or two people saying back to tell people.
So,
I think that's a really good idea, actually.
But if it's at night, how will we know who it is?
It doesn't matter who it is as long as we tell other people, because then
They're gone.
the person going.
Right. Sorry. Okay.
right,
A
but
lot of it.
so
new
what do we
information
tell the other
today.
people once we see it happen? Do we say, oh, we saw so-and-so walk into the woods at night? Oh no.
Or hey, there's
Well,
this
they already
person in the forest that when we don't have to tell them we went to the forest the second time. This could all have happened. Oh, sorry.
No. I was excited.
Oh,
It's like-
okay, cool. I'm excited too. It's almost like we're thinking the same thing like friends. We tell them that first night, it's not a lie. We met this person named Elias, but then they got kidnapped, and we know that there's one or multiple people at the school. We don't even know if it's this school. It could be the other school. Who want to do something to him, and it's happening tonight, and that is what it is.
Who? Does everyone? Do the teachers live on campus?
Yeah, their houses are over there.
Whether or not they live in them, hard to say, but they do each have a house on campus.
See figure 6.
Okay.
I went to Colrail's house once.
Okay. What?
To get his nice clothes.
Accept and go to Colrail's house at
Yeah,
some point?
you went and Colrail gave you an outfit for the dinner.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Cool. So, Shandi, you were scoping out places.
Yes, that's correct.
Where are their houses in relation to your stakeout? locations.
Well, the best vantage point I found for watching the gates would make it difficult to see their houses.
True.
But regardless,
Well, then-
anybody approaching the gates I should be able to see from that spot.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, what if there's secret entrances and exits?
Where do the guards live?
Well, see, that's why.
We're gonna pray that that doesn't happen. That's not.
That's why.
Sorry, Blake. I don't mean to derail this, but I'm looking at the map over here, and I'm like, damn, there's no barracks going on.
The
They
guards
haven't been built yet.
Oh, no. I had an answer to this. I did have an answer to this because when I first made this map, I'm like, wait, where do the guards live? The guards technically live in the town north of you. They just come here when they're on duty and they go back.
Okay.
And live there when they're off duty. I did have a real answer to that, yeah.
Okay.
The only people that live on campus are you all, Mrs. Lee, the headmaster, and your teachers. Like,
So,
every night, at least.
Well, Septon and I were planning on sneaking into the tower. That way we could watch over the entire grounds, so we could see anybody moving across the grounds. Problem is, when we see someone suspicious, how do we get up to them? I was planning on jumping off the roof and chasing them down, getting some answers.
Well, if I'm in the
Tether can
tall's the
climb.
tower?
The tower's very...
I'm sorry, Tether. Was that what you
My-
were going to say?
No, I was gonna say, are you not? Can you not break legs?
Well, I have the jump spell, so I think if I try to find like little hops down that are still like 15 feet or so at a time, that might be alright.
Maybe.
There's like the bridge, I can like hop down onto the bridge and then work my way over to the other roof.
Wait,
Then what?
Una, how far away can you do the like brain thing?
That's what I was going to say. But clearly simple words are difficult right now.
Una's so
Um,
excited she's having trouble speaking.
Yeah. 30 feet.
So not
General.
up the tower, probably.
Yeah.
What if we have a signal from the tower? Oh wait, how would that work? We have to say what part of the ground they're on.
I could use different notes on my flute.
Would everyone hear the flute?
I'm not so good at music.
Oh yeah.
Right, but what if it's like a... never mind.
You could light a torch and then throw it in the direction where they are, and we can hopefully put it
Right.
out.
But that would get other people's attention.
Other people who are not that person.
I know
And also possibly that person.
I know the
Yeah.
spell thaumaturgy. I could maybe make some nature sounds that are just
Yeah,
a
wait,
little
I'm
bit
just-
out of place.
Spells.
You ever forget you can cast spells?
Alright, spells.
You ever forget about magic? I don't think many of these are going to be helpful.
Okay, so
I
we've
can
got.
instantly cause an unlocked window to fly open.
Okay.
Just let you know.
I could mock a person so hard.
And there's probably windows all all around the tower, so you could open a
Yeah.
window in the direction they are.
Is it? I look up at the tower. Are there windows in all directions?
Yeah, the top layer of the tower, and you would know this from being in there, is windows fully around.
Well. That's
But how are you gonna get on top of the tower?
I'm going to sneak in, or I'm going to jump. Somehow. I think I, work my way up.
You could ask for permission, say you need some more time for your project due tomorrow.
But I won't be working on my project.
Well, you can bring these glitters and stuff, and
I don't want to lie.
you can bring the glitters and stuff, as like I still have work to do. And then even if someone's watching you, you can just have it on a table and you can be looking out the window, and then you can open the window.
All right, I'll take your glitter.
Okay. Do you like the colors? I can find more.
What colors do you have?
It's mostly I have like a black one because there's some onyx, and I have a blue one, but it's like a darker blue. More vibrant colors are harder to find.
Do you have any green?
I can go looking for green.
That's all right. You don't have to spend all day.
I mean, I don't know what else I'm gonna do all day. I already decorated my project.
Just dust falls off of it.
All right. Well, we can find some green after this.
Cool. So, 2 people scouting, right? On the tower.
Right.
The rest of us looking out on the ground? Or
Well, if Turn is in the tower and Shandi is in his spot, the 3 of us can be watching from the house, and then when we get a signal, one of us can start going around to tell people, while the others meet up.
But wait, if the signal is a window opening on a tower in the direction they go, what if they go away from the house? We wouldn't see the window open.
You hear it though.
Oh, yeah. Also, I guess the 3 exits to the grounds are visible from the house.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or their reflection on the tower are visible from the house.
Yeah, also, if you want to get our attention, you can throw some glitter out the window closest to us to say, oh, one of the windows is open.
Alright, and then we meet up at that gate and we follow?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
one of us tells, just starts banging on
Does
some
a
doors.
circus. Yeah.
Alright.
Who wants to be that person? I know it's my plan, but I don't want to be that person because talking about wrongdoing is scary to me.
I mean, I could do it.
Awesome.
Cool.
But aren't you in the tower?
No, it's
No, I
just
thought-
turn.
Turn was in the tower.
Ah!
Turn
Okay,
tower.
whoops.
Turn tower time.
Turn
Cool.
tower time.
Wait, Septon, where's your vantage?
I'm unclear on that.
Did I
wait,
Did I say Septon? I mean Shandy.
Oh.
It's at the northeastern corner of the library, right behind those shrubs.
Maybe I should be in the tower so I can reach with turn, so I can reach the teachers' houses faster.
I
And
mean,
like if you're searching,
I
it's
feel like-
better
It's
to
probably
have some
quicker
sort of
to.
advantage if you're both looking.
It is probably quicker to the teachers' houses from your house than the top of
Yeah.
the tower. Unless you're
yeah, so
jumping
there's,
out
like
the window.
lateral movement. Yeah.
Never mind then.
I could be with Turn because I can help him with his looking, and if we need to, I can help him climb out of the tower because I'm good at climbing.
Sounds like fun. We can decorate my project together.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but I feel like I can still find something with this, aka my project.
Yes, you two should probably seek permission for that sooner rather than later if we're going that route.
Well, all right. Probably from
Mrs. Lee.
no,
Miss Lee.
I was thinking.
This is.
Elephant.
Mrs. Cool.
I was thinking the one who assigned it to us. Elitha. Or
Yeah.
Mrs. Lee. She might help us.
I think Elitha would be really excited if we were like, yo, we need to work after hours on our project.
But what if she's so excited that she's insistent that she joins us?
Well, then we have 3 sets of eyes looking for this individual.
True, and she wouldn't join us if she was the person leaving.
True.
Okay, let's go.
Well, unless she's the person leaving and she doesn't want us out past curfew. Well, if that's the case, we'll just go and ask Mrs. Lee. And if that doesn't work, we'll just sneak out without asking nobody. There's always a way to do things.
All right. So who's gonna go talk to Elitha? Elitha
Well-
Veer Warden.
I assume the 2 who are asking permission to be out after curfew.
Figured as much, and the rest of you just sort of setting up for tonight.
Yep.
Cool.
Got some swords to polish.
So you head on over to Elitha's house.
You shouldn't do that before a big game, Winfield. You have to soar up the testosterone.
It's got to be
Boy.
focused. Got to be
Always ready.
third.
All right, you head over to Miss Veer Warden's house, which is whatever. It's one of the ones in the front. Knock on the door, and you just do, one moment, please. I'll be right there. And then some rustling sounds, and then the door opens, and you see your academics professor, Elitha. Her hair is tied back, unlike the last time you saw it, and she has a quill in her hand, and ink stains all over her sort of hand and arms as well. Usually quite a bit on the arm with the quill in it, which is her left hand. She's a lefty. Lore, whatever. I'm trying to give more details for characters every time you see them. That's something I want to
Chat,
work
put
on.
that on the wiki.
Yeah, put it on the wiki.
Dungeon Party wiki.
Yeah, put it. It exists for sure.
Dungeon Party show wiki.
Yeah. It says, yes. Mr.
Hello.
Mr. Turn, Miss Tether.
Anything?
Miss Elitha. What? What were you all saying?
Oh, no, I just said your markings are pretty. Do they mean anything?
Oh no, it's simply residue from writing.
Didn't know Tether was with us.
But it's me.
You're not there, Septon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not there?
No, you're staying on the ground. We
Right,
just
okay.
established.
I'm staying on the ground. Listen, Septon and I, we're on the same wavelength today, okay?
Speaking of writing.
Yes. Come in.
Oh.
And you walk in. Neither of you went to Colrell's house, so you don't really know the layout of these places. But it's a fairly spacious abode. Although hers is pretty full of dishes that just seem to be stacked on top of each other, as well as books on books on books, and a ton of papers. It's significantly messier than you would have expected from her. Here, take a seat. And she sort of just clears some books off of 2 chairs.
Thank you. So we need some extra time to finish up our projects, to put on some finishing touches. And we have this issue where we have a curfew, which means we cannot leave our rooms.
And don't tell him I said it, but Septon is really loud at night and it's really hard to concentrate. So, do you think we could work in the academics tower later tonight?
Yes, I'm excited to see you taking initiative, particularly you, Tether, considering your aversion to this project.
Yeah, she takes out her project. I know it looks finished, but I do have a lot of work to do.
Yes, it does seem you do. Yes, I shall talk to Mrs. Lee and make sure that you have the proper clearance to work in the tower, you say, or the library?
If you don't mind, I don't like. I'm kind of uncomfortable around all those books and the paper. So I think the tower's comfier too.
Yes. Any room in particular you're hoping to acquire?
The one with all the windows, so we can see the water, and because it's very calming.
So the one that's more or less a bar.
What's a bar? There's a bunch of bars of wood.
Yes. Well, fine. Yes. Well, I shan't look a gift horse in the mouth if you want to do extra work. That's a good sign for me. Though, since I am going out of my way to get a new space for you to do work, these projects better show it. Yes.
Yeah.
Good. I look forward to your presentations tomorrow, and you are cleared to. Well, you will be. I'll speak to Mrs. Lee very quickly, very shortly, and yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming to me for this, and I will get it done.
Okay.
If you have any other questions, anything else you'd like to tell me?
Have a good afternoon. Oh wait, how will we find out if we're allowed to go there tonight?
Oh, you will.
We will?
Yes.
Oh, we will be allowed.
You'll be allowed. Yes. I can see.
Do we need to?
Why not?
Do we need to carry something if the guards say, "Hey," or like a Private William Johnson who watches us?
I don't know who that is, but the guards will be informed that you shall be allowed into the tower, though they will more likely than not want to escort you back to your room after your research is done.
Do we have a time limit? Because deadline.
No,
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you.
Yes.
that's all I came
Yes.
here for. so
Yes.
thank
Yes.
you.
Well, I'm happy to see the initiative.
And I like all the towers you've made.
Thank you. Let me know. Send Septon my way. Should this snoring continue? I've concocted a bit of a remedy for that. I used to know.
I'm sorry. What happened?
I used to know a deeply heavy snorer, so got a little remedy.
Peter.
Brom. It was Brom. I have in
I
my
said-
notes that Brom X Elitha is canon.
You don't know that. No one ever
No,
told you that.
No, it's in my notes.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
told they have a history.
Interesting.
So,
Thank you.
Send
Yeah,
him my
I don't
way.
know if
This
those
be a
loud
problem.
noises are happening that night in the boys' room.
We do all sorts of loud things at night, mess.
Yeah, no, I don't need to know about that. Thank you.
It sounds like they're doing Gregorian chants.
Oh.
Is that Enya?
I certainly don't need to know about what goes on in your rooms at night. Thank you very much, but
Just the boys' room. The
The-
girls' room is quite quiet.
I don't.
They're very quiet. One time I tried having a conversation with Una after I was done in my trance, and I whispered in her ear for a while, but she was asleep.
That's strange. Why was she sleeping at night time?
She needed a lot of it.
Listen,
right.
this is. I
One
feel as
time
though I
Shandy
shouldn't
was
know these
talking
things at
so
this
loud.
point.
Oh, you don't know what Shandy was saying in his sleep.
I don't have any interest to know what my students are saying in their sleep. That
He was talking about nothing but macaroni and cheese, which is a weird thing to talk about that much, but I think he doesn't get much, or he doesn't let himself have any. So it's sort of like an impure desire. He's talking about the creamy cheese and the curvy noodles, whatever that means.
Boys' room lore is more horrific than any of our demon lore.
Tether, if this is about what happens at night, I promise
It's not. I had a question. I was excited because I actually had a question.
Yes.
Do you know if there's any green ore or green minerals on the premises? I'm trying to make paints.
Oh no, but I've often no ore or minerals, no. But I've often found that certain roots crush down to a good green paint.
I can compile a list and give it to you in a class tomorrow.
I think of roots. My blood's green. Why aren't theirs?
Oh, we could just use your blood. if
I
you have
would
any.
suggest.
Wait, is that okay?
No, I suggest you don't do that.
They say blood carries information of the past.
They do say that.
And this is a history report, so it seems.
I will
quite
not accept
fitting.
your project if it's written in blood, yours or anyone else's.
Well, I already wrote it in blood, but if like a little accent.
You wrote.
No, I didn't write it in blood.
If there is blood on your project, you will fail.
Because it's green.
Fine.
No blood of any kind. There's a time and a place for everything, and the assignments you write for me are not the time or place for mortal injuries, yes?
Okay,
All right.
it's up
I
to
don't
you.
understand, but all right.
Yeah, it's your class.
It is, so I hope you will respect this
The no blood
totally
policy.
sane decision I've made here today.
Mm-hmm.
Should we write it down, no blood? Or should we tell everyone else?
Don't write it in blood.
You know, I would like to think that you wouldn't have to tell everyone else not to write your homework in blood, but maybe just for the best if you let them know that I won't accept any homework written in blood, yes? Yes, Tether.
What if I get a nosebleed?
Just why try not to get it on your assignment, then, I suppose.
I would, but what if it did?
Well, then you can tell me that it did, and we'll talk about it then.
All right.
Okay.
Just do not purposefully put blood on the homework you turn in for my class.
But the blood of plants is fine?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay. I can start experimenting on roots now.
Why don't you do this? Yes.
Okay, this is really fun.
Right, same time tomorrow.
What? What did you say?
No, I said same time tomorrow, but
no.
it was just a joke because we have classes tomorrow.
You do. You have my class and Colrail's class tomorrow.
Oh, you know our entire schedules. It's like you're following us or something.
Well, it is posted on your door as well as well, we created the schedule. We posted on your door at the beginning of the week.
Oh,
Yes, Tether.
I had a question
I have an
about
answer.
the surrounding area.
Yes, well, I'm not native to these parts, but I suppose I could do my best to answer.
When I said surrounding area, I mean like this compound.
The estate.
Yeah. I need you to know right now, I am not intending on if there is one, I'm not intending on using it at all. I'm just interested. And you can check me. I will never do it.
Tether, I'm.
Are there any secret passages in the walls of the wall?
I have not seen the blueprints for the estate. I am afraid I don't know.
I was really just interested.
Yeah, but I'm afraid I don't have an answer for you. I doubt it. I can't see much use for one in an estate of this caliber for its specific purpose, but I suppose anything's possible. Why? Do you expect something nefarious is afoot?
I want to do an insight check.
Okay.
Me too, actually.
What are we looking at?
16.
We're looking at a flaccid 20.
No, I mean, she seems legitimately, at this point, concerned with your line of questioning. She went from flustered and exasperated about telling you not to bleed yourself dry on her homework assignments.
I never said bleed myself dry.
That's what she's reading. And that has transitioned into her more concerned and slightly suspicious that you guys might be hiding something from her.
I was just
She
curious.
legitimately doesn't seem to know about any secret passages, but she now is curious why you're asking.
Like,
Is there?
Hopefully, take me on my word. I would never use one if there was one. I was just like worried if there was one, if someone would use it.
I would
Why?
absolutely use one if I knew that there was one. I mean,
That's
if
the-
you told me there was a secret passage, I would use it more than a normal passage. To be honest with you.
I not
Like one time when I was in the woods, there was a hollow tree that fell, and it felt like I was going through a secret passage, but it wasn't. Well, I think it was secret because I don't think anyone else knew it.
Listen. Is there something going on that you have seen that myself or other faculty have not that's leading you to ask these questions? It's very important that you tell us if you're in danger. I know you snuck into the woods on your first night here. I don't know what you encountered there or why you did such a thing.
I can't answer that. I'm sorry. I just thought I was allowed to, and I really wanted to go to the woods. But punishment.
I am not saying this to punish you. My responsibility is both as your educator and as your protector. So if something is wrong, you need to tell me.
Is there something happening right now?
Yes, that is my question.
No.
Make a deception check.
There's nothing happening right now.
Make a deception check.
Reroll.
Uh-oh.
I think we might have to bump up the timetable for our plan.
Can I guide myself? No, it doesn't matter. That won't work.
I already did it. She furrows her brow at you and says, "All I can do is take you at your word, Tether." Very well. I shall speak to Mrs. Lee. If I hear of any secret passages, I will let you know.
Cool. Thank you. And also, if you really don't like doing the dishes, there's a lot of like broad leaves you can use that you can just throw out the window like I do.
It's not important at the moment. Her suspicion is almost instantly replaced with embarrassment. And she's like,
I'll bring some leaves to class tomorrow.
Please don't. I have some work to do now, if you'll excuse me. If you will see yourselves out. Thank you. I have writing to...
Bye. Turn out.
Hi.
And I walk out.
Cool. Yeah, you leave.
I'm really impressed by us.
Was close.
I mean,
Didn't say a thing.
Turn, you absolutely know that she saw through Tether's lie.
I think she might be onto us.
How?
I just have that feeling. You know, I can feel it in the wind.
Oh, I trust your instincts, so we
Thank
should be
you.
careful.
Alright, we'll be careful. I hope she still gets the room for us.
I think she will.
I wonder what she's going to tell to Mrs. Lee.
Probably Heather in turn want to go into tower, can they? And then she'll be like, yes.
Might say something else though. They like, oh, we were being suspicious. Be careful. Because they're being so suspicious.
Well, if she does, then the worst thing that happens is Mrs. Lee joins us, and she probably has cookies.
Yesterday I went to see Mrs. Lee, and she told me that today she was going to bring my favorite.
Okay, then maybe that will... Honestly, that's probably better.
You know who else we should go and talk to?
Who?
Checks notes.
The Weeping Willow next to our house, because I've been really getting good vibes from him.
No, well,
Chauncey.
yes, maybe later, but first, I think we should speak to, Curfley, the groundskeeper. He probably sees all sorts of people going going in and
And
out.
he's on the he knows the grounds.
He knows the grounds.
What if
Biblically,
there's tunnels in the ground?
you're right. We should be in those tunnels.
Lead
Let's
the
go
way.
see him.
Okay.
Yeah, you head on over to Kerfley's hut. Sure enough, he's sort of just like trundling around outside.
Excuse me, Mr. Curfley.
Oh, it's yeah, it's with the
Mm-hmm. Did you see anyone going in and out of the grounds who you think would not be going into town, but maybe is going like into the woods?
Other than you kids, I haven't seen anyone going out into the woods.
Oh, you've seen us going into the woods?
Oh yeah.
Who else has seen us going into the woods?
Oh, it's just little old me, tending to the land, and every now and again we'll see people going into the woods.
Oh.
How many times have we gone in the woods? An odd or an even number?
Twice.
That's nice. No, that checks out.
Yeah.
The second time we were gone for quite a bit longer. Must have been something very good in those woods. I remember back in my youth, whenever me and my chums would head into the woods. Well, it depended on who was heading into the woods. There was one group where we went in, and there was a very nice spot that we would head over to. And I don't know if you've ever heard of pipeweed, but back in the day, it was a thing to do in the woods. But then sometimes we'd go into the woods in even numbers, and I think you know what that means.
No.
No, not at all.
Gregorian chants.
Wait, do I know pipe read? They probably use pipe read.
Probably, honestly, probably not. That's not her vibe at all.
No,
Relaxation.
in rituals. You know how like back in the day people would like throw things like herbs and
Yeah,
fires.
but her vibe is as far from calming downer as possible.
Okay. So no, never mind. Derailment. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry. Kids are gonna do in the woods what kids are gonna do in the woods. I don't care either way.
Right.
You do what you
Yeah,
want.
I like sticking my feet in the mud.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Um,
Other than you kids, I haven't really seen much of anything going on in those woods.
you know of any secret passages around these grounds?
Tunnels?
Secret passages. Tunnels. And why would you want us to know about that?
Think of how cool secret passages are.
Listen, you kids going into the woods is one thing, but secret passages in and out of the grounds, now that's a little suspicious, don't you think?
No, I just really want to go through a secret tunnel.
Well, there may or may not be some secret tunnels in the ground. What's it to you?
I knew it. I will find them. You mark my words, groundskeeper.
All right. Well, then we'll make it a game. If you can find it, I'll confirm to you that there are several secret tunnels in the grounds.
I'm gonna find your secret tunnel, old man.
If you can find a secret tunnel before your first educational trip, you win. If you don't, I win. How's that sound?
All right, you're on.
Should we settle on a wager now, young'un?
Sure, what do you want to wager?
How about a favor?
All right. Deal.
Creak, 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 creak.
Oh, sorry. Here, okay.
All hands are shaking.
We all just
Yeah.
spit flap.
I'm looking forward to this game. I'm gonna make them harder to find now.
You can move them.
I don't know, but I can hide the ones I know about.
You should hide them with plants, and then I will look over at Turn and go,
You think this is my first secret tunnel scavenger hunt? I've been around for quite a while.
Well, I've been around for about 3 days, so
Around here, this estate may seem new, but the ruins it was built on have been here for thousands of years. This place has more secrets than you could even imagine.
Interesting. This place keeps getting stranger and stranger. Carefully, do you ever hear voices in your head?
Yeah, I feel like no more often than everyone else does.
Well, I've been hearing them a lot more often.
Is it Una?
What?
Huh?
What do you mean?
You know how Una can do the thing?
Like the game? Like the card game?
No, it's like...
I could go for a round, yeah. Would you like to play?
No, I'm talking like demonic voices.
Oh, I've heard demonic voices every now and again. I mean,
You've been blessed?
It's been a couple of years, but...
No, not... Wait, what?
As I was saying, cult kids. Me and this one right here.
Are you both from the
We're
same...
CCs.
Oh, right.
It's CK. It would be CK, Tether.
Why are there multiples of the same sound?
You'll have to ask whoever invented common about that one.
I don't really know what you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it.
It happens.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
I wouldn't call it fun, but
I mean, a blessing.
Right, of course.
new cult kid. Smell him from a mile away.
I still don't know what that means.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll be seeing you around. And I'm gonna find that secret tunnel.
We'll see. We'll see.
Also, if someone other than us kids tries to leave the estate tonight, that's not like, you know, a guard going to like home and stuff. Could you come to the top of the tower and say so?
And he sort of like creaks his ancient body to like look up at the top of the tower. No.
Could you go to that kid's house?
Your residence? Sure, yeah. If I see something, I suppose. I'm up.
Cool.
I'm up most of the night anyway.
Cool.
Well, just very nice talking to you.
Okay, yeah.
Get in here.
All right.
We're huggers, I suppose. Very well. If you don't mind, I'm gonna keep trimming the edges. But, I look forward to our wager, and I'll keep an eye out.
All right. Well, that was a productive pet stop.
Yeah.
I wonder
What else should we
everyone
do?
else is doing. And
Yeah. I wonder what everyone else is doing.
Well, as you sort of walk away saying this, Kerfley sort of cracks his back a little bit, and under his breath says, "Seems the plot thickens." But that's just for the audience.
what?
Yeah, what's everybody else up to?
Johnny the Book.
Wait, hey, I ate a big Stromboli earlier, and it's time to leave my body, so I'll be right back, but you guys could RP. We'll head back to the house.
Hang on, before you go, is whatever happens in this RP canon?
Yeah. We're cutting back to the house. Whatever the other three of you are up to.
Oh no.
Don't be fucking weird about it now.
I don't have any ideas.
Of course it's gonna be weird.
I don't have any ideas. I just realized that we could like make anything canon right now, and Blake's not here.
Oh, Peter! Ew, that's disgusting.
Stop!
Well.
God damn it, Michael.
Well, like we can't. I mean, sure.
No, I have no idea. I like.
And then
What time is it,
silence
dude?
for like.
Total silence.
No, we can't actually do that.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. What are the three of you doing? Are you just having like a fun chat? You're muted, Winfield.
I was actually like trying to really jump into it, and I'm like fucking around with a giant hornet stinger I found last night, like sort of trying to figure out how it works a little bit more since I sort of
Just
got
say
it in the spur of the
masturbating.
moment.
No.
Fucking around with my stinger, if you know what I'm saying.
No.
I think Septon's probably fucking back out on the quad where he was when Turn found him. Just fucking chilling. The only thing I need to do before tonight's activities begin is I need to go to the chef and drop off the mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
In the time that I've been sitting here, it has occurred to me. What?
Didn't you already do that?
Yeah.
No, I like talked to him and he said like come by and drop him like
Oh.
curfew. My only concern.
Right.
My only concern is that I'm gonna go to drop him and like all the teachers are gonna be there and they'll be like, a student has contraband. At which point, fucking the trial of Septon Xanthus is gonna occur. And I'm gonna have
Nah. You can cover it up. Just say you were looking for the bathroom.
I actually have already formulated a plan if Blake pulls this on me.
So should we be talking about something for when he gets back?
something like completely unrelated to the adventure.
I've been really into
We'll come back. Wait, Tether will be like. So like, Tether,
Okay.
tell us more about your cult. Like,
so we were all
I'm
bored
really- is
into
there,
a
like,
giant.
converting?
Yeah, we were all
Is there, like, a
bored
conversion
into a
practice?
giant. What?
Are you able to convert us? Like, I think we're all down to do that.
Yeah, all you
tonight.
have to do is we live inside a giant turtle. He swallows us up, and we are inside, and it's all sticky and wet, and
Can we do
then
it, like now?
So when I left, I was like, what was happening at the house? And this is what I come back to.
We're
Yeah,
all
we just-
joining.
We covered what we're up to.
yeah.
We're joining the cult.
Joining the
Yeah, but you have to practice. So you really want to like crawl inside someone and just like live inside their tummy.
I don't think we need Vor to be happening right now.
No, but in
My cult
seriousness,
leader, the cult leader's name is HR Puffin Stuff, and he's your friend when things get rough.
It's true.
All right, what's happening in the house?
Shanti is examining the hornet stinger and just sort of trying to get more familiar with it and like work it into his fighting style.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it works pretty similarly. It's definitely a little heavier than your normal blade because you're a rapier guy, right?
Yeah,
It's
and
certainly
this is like an arm.
it's certainly heavier and a little bit more unwieldy, but surprisingly deft. Even though your arm like goes inside it, you have enough dexterity with your wrist, sort of similarly to how a rapier operates. Like, yeah, rapier operates. Your wrist is still able to move around, and the blade moves sort of independently of the arm shield, enough that it's not entirely different from your fighting style, but it is a little bit of getting used to.
Cool.
I'm gonna finish up my project, like do the report, do the like spell check, you know.
Cool. Yeah.
And the the spell check spell incantation.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna help Tether
Spell,
make
comma, check.
hers. Yeah. Just help her make it as presentable as possible.
Tether's not here.
Yeah.
You know, it
Oh.
just occurred to me that these are presentations, not essays.
They're both, but yeah, you will have to present them. Yeah, whenever Phoenix leaves, it's just fucking ripped anime Putin, and that's a big
Man's absolutely yoked.
like. It's not my favorite thing, but
Wait,
what
Tether-
time is it
whoops.
in game?
it could be any time. Like, if you guys just want to skip to nighttime, that's a thing we can do.
Well, Septon's got to make an
Yeah.
appointment right before curfew with the chef.
All right, yeah, that's fine. We can skip to that.
Well, I don't want to. If anyone else has stuff,
Does anybody else have stuff?
Nah, I'm good. I'm just prepping for the evening.
Cool.
I really like the meme that got thrown in Redslur posting, by the way.
Thanks.
What meme?
It's very good.
Now I have to fucking check.
I mean, I've also been putting stuff in behind the screen, but
Then-
Bitch, you live like Yeah, I was really mad at you when I said Golduck, and then in our fucking private Discord, you guys put a picture of Golduck. Like, fuck you, Peter.
oh, duck. What about my turn walking
That was pretty
picture?
funny. I like that a lot. Chelsea, you were saying something?
If Tether is not there, apparently, then I'm just gonna work on my project.
Cool, easy enough.
Nerd.
Cool. Then we'll jump ahead a couple hours. Oh, actually, this is very important. I almost forgot to tell you. As you guys head back into the house, as Tether and Turn leave, what's happening, Chelsea?
Bitch, and didn't make me one.
What? You didn't say you want a sandwich.
You didn't ask.
I'm hungry. I haven't had dinner.
Okay.
We're
I
not
can send you
going-
one.
We're fighting
We're
about
talking
this
about
right now.
Stromboli, and I'm hungry because I came from the meeting, and now I'm...
The meeting.
Chelsea, what
Um,
sandwich do you want?
Yeah, Chelsea, what sandwich do you want?
No,
Answer the question.
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
I feel very attacked right now.
Attacked with love.
Oh.
Okay, as Tether and Turn leave, and the three of you head back into the house, you do notice on the table
Uh-oh.
in your kitchen
Uh-oh, no.
is a bowl, a wooden bowl, filled with multicolored candy.
No!
I don't suppose
No,
this
no,
is a
no.
coincidence. None of
What
you
color?
got this candy, did you?
I don't think so. Is there like a note or anything on it?
No, it's just there.
Does it look familiar?
I mean, you've experienced
A candy in the past 24 hours.
Yeah.
You have experience.
Oh, I don't like this.
Is there a card that says trick or treat?
No.
No.
There is one that says "Smell my feet," though.
Oh,
No, there's not. It's just candy. There's candy. There's a bowl of candy in your house. Wasn't there when you left this morning.
Listen, I would like to think that we're all smart enough not to eat this, but to play it safe, I think we should just get rid of this.
Mhm.
Probably smart.
All right. Can I go into the boys' room and get a sheet off my bed
Sure.
and like throw it over the candy and then sort of gather it up into a bag and then tie it up and go throw it in the lake?
Yeah.
Cool.
Slowly sinks under until you can no longer see it. Which, this lake gets pretty deep pretty quick. Because
The
it's
fishies.
crystal clear, but you can no longer see the sheet with the candy in it.
I take it that was some sort of warning. So, well, the plan goes on.
Oh no, a fish is gonna eat it.
Monster fish.
I'm gonna have a mutant fish in 2 days.
Well, actually, didn't we confirm that there's only rats in the lake?
No.
Excuse me?
No, yeah, of all the rats in the lake.
Anyway, we'll cut forward to Septon going to the chef. Honestly, I assume you're all going to the dining hall at some point today to eat.
True.
Considering you gotta do that to live.
Septon's just gonna hang around until like 7:55,
Sure.
when hopefully no one else is in the dining room.
Yeah, you are there. 7:55 as everyone else is sort of just filing out when the half-elven woman who you've been running into quite frequently.
Nalera.
Yeah, Nalera.
Nalera. Yeah.
She sort of you hear her calling from the door leading into the kitchen. She says, "You know, you shouldn't spend as much time in here as you do. People are gonna think you're obsessed with the chef."
I just like food. I'm a growing young man. I mean, I assume I'm not just sitting there. Like, I assume I've been eating
I
dinner.
know, but you've like been there. You've been here for 3 days, and you've spent a lot of time in the dining hall. She's like, "All right, well, you want me to get him for you, or are you just gonna sit out here and play coy until he notices you?"
Yeah, I was supposed to talk to him.
All right, I'll let him know you're here. She sort of rolls her eyes and smiles, and then
Thank you, Nalere.
"You're welcome, Septon," and walks into the kitchen. And pretty soon, step clonk, step clonk, step clonk, the chef comes clonking on out, and
Oh, wee wee.
Alright, how can I help you?
Just gonna pull out what I assume is just like the 3 mushrooms wrapped in like a little cloth. I don't know how I would be transporting them.
Oh, you actually pulled through.
Yeah. You thought I
we
would?
talked about it, actually. I thought I could
Yeah.
give you something.
Talked
Alright,
earlier.
well then. He sort of like looks around, takes out a flask, puts it on the table, and slides it your direction.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much. There's more where that came from if there's more where this came from.
There should be, but it might take a while.
Hey, I'm in no rush.
Sounds good. Well, I should be going. Larry kind of implied I should not be around here so often.
Oh, don't pay her any heed. He like opens up his pants and puts the mushrooms in them.
Gross.
He's kind of a gross dude. Like, he doesn't smell good. She does keep asking me if you've been snooping around for any particular reason, though. So might want to have a talk. You might want to have a talk with her here in the next couple of days.
About what?
Well, I don't know.
What, just tell her like, hey, by the way, nothing sus going on.
That's between you and her, me boy. And he like does a
Ugh.
big old clap on your shoulder, which does hurt a little bit.
Ugh. All right,
Mr. Krabs?
I'll.
What?
It is now. It is
God damn it! It's just a piratey laugh. What am I supposed to do?
All right, I'll get her off our back. Don't worry.
Hey. I mean, I don't think she'd care if she knew. She just might want to cut.
Oh God.
Hey, you missed.
Boy, do you have me shrooms?
I'm in hell.
I'm so sorry.
Dude, I'm in hell.
So Septon's drug
I'm so
ring.
I hadn't heard it. I hadn't heard it before, and just I don't know what you exactly said, but I thought it, and I had to share.
God damn it. If it's not true, it's something.
What type of milk are you drinking?
Whole.
Hell yeah.
hmm I like it thick.
No,
I've been drinking a lot of oat milk, and it's pretty thick too.
Oat milk is pretty thick.
Yeah.
It tastes
Yeah,
like
and it has the little particles in there.
yeah, it tastes like when you eat a bowl of cereal and there's the milk left at the bottom of the bowl of cereal.
Yeah, it's I used to be a whole milk drinker, but then my lactose intolerance really put a stop to that. But I drink oat milk now.
Nice. Yeah, oat milk's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
You mess with the chef, you mess with the whole crew, me boy.
Wait, what? What does that mean?
Yeah, we're pretty close knit over there in the kitchen.
Wait. So you mean if I help you, I have to help everyone else in the kitchen?
No, but you know.
All right, I'll make friends with.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little sauce right now.
I see.
It was a slow day, and I had a.
It was a slow day where I was too.
Well, hopefully, and he sort of like just points at where you put the thing. You can get on my level. All right. See you on the morrow.
I'll see you around. And Septon's gonna conceal what he has received and head out.
Don't fear.
Cool. Yeah, you make your way
Don't let
back
them know.
before curfew, and you're all, at your house. Curfew time. When Johnson shows up, Willie, says, "Hey folks, I am feeling much more well rested tonight. So I am going to be keeping the closest of eyes on you guys. We're gonna have a good night. No rules will be broken. And I hear that 2 of you have permission to go study in the tower tonight. So turn and tether. You're free to go. Go straight there. I will watch you walk there. Don't go anywhere else.
Okay, I'll wave the entire time.
Let me just
Fine
pack
by me.
my school supplies.
Yeah, no rush, no rush.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna carry all my supplies in my shield.
Yeah, no rush. I mean, leave whenever you need to. You don't have to leave right now, but I do know that you have requested permission. And the rest of you, I hope you have a nice, quiet evening and a good sleep, and I will see you in the morning.
Goodbye, I'm leaving right now.
All right?
Me too.
Enjoy.
Wait, I can't wave when I'm holding my shield.
Don't worry about it. I'll just watch. Don't worry about it.
Will you wave?
Turn around and wink every, 3 seconds.
Okay. Will you do it with me?
Sure.
We'll alternate shoulders.
Alright.
And you do. Johnson's just like, okay, well, cool. Yeah, and you make it in the tower. Johnson turns around and says, anything else you 3 need before I, sort of lock it down for the night?
Heavens no, I'm exhausted. I'm just gonna go straight to bed.
No, it's a quiet evening, Johnson. We're pretty haggard from a day of studying.
It's a big project due tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, I wish you the best of luck. If you need somebody to do your presentations to, I'm all ears. I mean, it's only 8 p.m. after all.
Yeah, no, I suppose I could read my presentation to you.
Sure. Be more than happy to listen.
All right.
Go for
While
it.
this
All right.
while this happens, can I go to boys' room
Yeah.
and then scamper out the window?
So while Septon is going to read out his project in the most boring monotone he can in an attempt to put Johnson to sleep.
All right. Make a
To
performance
bore
check.
Johnson. To bore Johnson. Maybe not to sleep, because that doesn't sound
Sure,
possible.
sure.
But, to get him, drowsy.
No, he's looking a lot better rested today than he was last night. You think probably because last night he had been up. He was on a day schedule, and then last night was his first night shift, so he wasn't used to it. But he's slept all day today.
24. I'm attempting to be boring.
Okay. Yeah. No, you yeah. He doesn't fall asleep, but you definitely see his eyes start to glaze over a little bit around the first 3 or 4 minutes of your presentation. He's like, at first he's listening intently, and then he slowly stops nodding, and now he's just sort of so Sean D, make a stealth check.
All right. Oh no!
Is he not being distracted?
He is being distracted. The DC's low.
5.
Not that low. As he's starting to get very, very bored, you do hear a from the back of the house.
Septon's gonna look equally as confused as Johnson.
Sort of snaps out of his things like, and draws his sword. Says, stay here. And starts quietly sneaking around towards the back of the house. Where Shandi, you have tripped on the last, like you were doing so good, and then you like tripped at the very bottom and fell onto one of the deck chairs.
Is it like in splinters beneath me?
No, it just fell over.
Wait, are we not allowed on the deck after hours?
You have to stay inside the house after hours.
I thought we just had to be like on the house.
Inside the
Damn.
house, yeah.
Not even allowed on the back porch.
Can I quickly push the deck chair over and then lay on the ground next to it?
So it's laying down, and then you're also laying down?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thunk. And you hear some, like, the clink of scale mail coming around the corner. As Johnson comes around, sword in one hand, looking around. It's still, like, light out, because it's summer, and it's 8 p.m. And he's like...
As he turns corner, oh, Johnson! I was attacked in the boys' room.
Make a deception check. With advantage, because you've made it really look like you've been attacked.
Nice.
11. Rolls are bad tonight.
He rolled a fucking 1. Okay, dice are in your favor, it seems. He goes, attacked?
Dice don't matter.
By what? By what?
I didn't get a good shot. I was getting ready for bed. I was polishing my swords when all of a sudden I was shoved out the window.
Stay here! And he just like sprints around to the front and he says, Septon, out of the way, there's something in the boys' room.
Septon runs outside.
And he like, boom, runs upstairs. Una, I don't know where you are right now, but...
Una's been here the whole time.
She's sitting in the living room.
Yeah,
you just
but
see...
then she's gonna follow Septon out.
Fair enough. You see him like sprinting upstairs, and you hear from through the window says, "Put any weapons you have down! I'm coming in!" Boosh! As the door is kicked open. And then Johnson's head peeks out the window. Whoever it is, they're gone. Did you get any sort of look at them?
No, just a dark shape. I didn't get a good look. I'm sorry.
Get back in the house. I'm going to go tell Captain Sheena about this.
All right.
Clump. He comes out. Comes out and he says to you, "All right, Shandi was attacked in the boys' room. Get your weapons out. Living room. Stay there. Stand in a circle, each of you facing out in a different direction. If anything comes, yell as loud as you can and defend yourself. I'm gonna go get Captain Sheena."
Wait. Shouldn't we stay outside the house with our weapons?
It's more directions they could attack you from out here.
But the attack occurred in the house.
But they're not in the house anymore.
Well, you don't know that.
All right, you come with me to get Captain Sheena then.
Okay.
All right, follow. Shandi!
I'll need a moment to attend to my wounds, but I'll be right behind you.
I'll go help Shandi.
You help Shandi, Septon with me.
Oh, the plan's gone to shit.
I can imagine, like, we just get up to the tower and we're like, what?
you get up. Well, we'll get to that, but yeah. As you're walking up the stairs on the outside, you could, like, look and see through the windows, them just, like, scattering to the wind.
I'm gonna telepath to Septon and just be like, be cool.
I can't respond, right?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, so he runs you towards the front gate where Sheena is overlooking changing of the guard. And he says, Captain! Like, yes, Johnson. Young Shandi was attacked inside the house just earlier, pushed out of the window. The assailant doesn't seem to be in the house any longer. I've brought the students with me. Una and Shandi should be following close behind.
Students?
Yeah.
It's just something.
I know. Una and Shandi should be following close behind. Two of the students, or Tether and Turn, are in the tower where they had permission to be. And Sheena springs into action. It just starts like calling to specific guards and forms basically a task force. It starts marching back towards the house. What are you and Uno and Shanti? What are you doing?
We'll have to think on our feet here.
Did Tether and Turn are long gone, right?
Yeah, they're long gone.
There's no way to tell them that things are going south down here.
Well, we could always just... I suppose if we were to go back in the house, I would just post more guards to keep us safe.
We quickly knock more things over, and then we go to the lookout spot.
Excellent idea.
I know that kind of fucks over Septon, but
Septon's got his own plan.
yeah, but I feel like
All right.
Septon's...
Let's get some chairs knocked over.
All right.
All right, yeah, you start flipping chairs, fucking stuff up inside the house.
All right, and actually, I know a better spot for hiding. If it won't be as advantageous if we're looking out, but it'll probably be a little bit harder to find us there than if we're just crouched behind some shrubs next to the library.
Good.
All right, and then you head to your underbridge hiding place.
Yeah.
Cool. At the top of the tower, we'll go there. At the top of the tower, the two of you sort of make your way up into the lounge, and you open it, and you see the lights are all on, and your academics professor is sitting there, a book in hand. Welcome to your extra study.
Hi.
Then
Thought it might be prudent of me to stay with you. I have some work I could get done tonight after all, and I figured we could all work together.
all right, I'm gonna go take a window seat.
Very well.
I'll take a window seat too, on the other side of where Turn is.
Weren't you going to be working together?
No, we didn't say that.
No.
We
Sorry.
never said that.
Simply my assumption. Very well. Enjoy yourself. I'm not here to observe. I'm simply here because I find working in a room with others to be more beneficial than working in a room alone.
What are you working on?
A treatise of sorts on a new breed of fungus found in the woods near here.
Oh, which one?
Oh,
Blue cap
Oh
mushroom.
no. Oh no.
What about it?
It has,
I'm very interested.
It's quite mysterious. For quite some time, it was only thought to be a sort of spice or a garnish for dishes. But in recent months, there have been some magical qualities I've found within these mushrooms. I'm not exactly sure what the results of this would be, but that's what I hope to find with proper funding, of course, and that's what this treatise is about.
I'm looking out the window, but I'm like, what kind of magical properties?
But I don't know. That's what I'd like to research with a grant.
How did you find this out?
Well, it is my job. I explore and research all sorts of things. My most recent interest, in no small part, thanks to you, Tether, is fungus and fungal creatures.
They were very interesting. They're very sacred. They spread as they are wanting to do. Their spores.
But I know the basics of fungus. Thank you, Tether.
Okay. I'm just gonna start listing a bunch of mushrooms.
No. I don't need you to do that. You should work on your project, because that is why you requested this space and this time. And I shall work on mine, and in turn shall work on his. Yes?
Well, I'm just drawing pictures, so I can talk and draw at the same time.
No, you. This is not a.
I
picture.
found button mushrooms really good.
Tether, please.
Yeah.
It's best if we work in silence. Good. She sort of turns back to her writing. Meanwhile, turn probably through all this. You see at the front gate an army marshaling, and Septon's just there, sort of like scratching his head. And Tether, you likely see Shandi and Una running under the bridge.
Cool.
Oh.
All right, Septon. Sheena is now leading just like a triangular march of probably like 20 soldiers towards your house.
Sheena and Johnson, I apologize for not speaking up earlier, but I think I may have gotten a glimpse of who pushed my friend out the window.
Should have said so, Sheena said.
My apologies. I was flustered in the moment.
Catch up! And like the group begins to like sprint towards your house.
Okay, so it looked like a smallish fellow and a yoked female, and they were headed... swole, if you will.
Swollen?
And it looked as if they were headed to the, I want to say, southeast of here, towards the gate down in that direction. You went outside to see what the crash was, and suddenly out of the boys' room and out the front door ran these two individuals, and then towards the southeast of the gate. That direction.
Make a deception check. Good luck, dude.
Come on, bard shit. Let's go. 11.
That's some good bar shit.
Sheena holds up her hand, and the whole force just stops. She lowers her hand, very slowly turns around towards you, puts a hand on your shoulder. Now, I don't know what you're up to, but I know it's something. What did you actually see?
Alright, I didn't see anything head that way.
Then why did you tell me you did?
I don't know, it seemed like that would be the gate you would come through if you're trying to sneak past, as there's two gates down there. So I thought that would be the smartest place to begin the search, but I don't know. I didn't want to come at it from a tactical perspective, because I know you don't really trust my tactics.
What day is it today, Septon?
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Does it look like the day I was fucking born?
No.
I've worked in law enforcement as a guard in one of the roughest cities in Renarcia. Probably as long as you've been alive. Now, I'm not someone you can just lie to and get away with it. You and I are gonna have a long talk when my guards search the campus for your friends. How's that sound?
Alright. Can I go home?
No. She sort of like grabs you roughly by the shoulder and sort of starts marching you over towards the wall. She turns around and says, search for the rest of them. Make sure nothing funny's going on in the tower. Make sure nothing funny's going on in the house. Check the gate just in case. And she starts marching you over towards the wall. Una and Shandi, you have jumped into this sort of culvert, and you're there, and you hear the sound of clanking armor as several different patrols of guards are now running through the estate.
Well,
Maybe he's able to convince them to like
the-
go to the ruins.
it's best if we have a plan B.
What do we do if they find us?
Well, how far away do you have to be to use that mind thingy of yours?
30 feet.
Is it possible that Tether is that close to us in the tower? Well, could you use it to make a distraction? No, Sheena would know about that.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just some guards. I could say almost anything.
Stir up some confusion and then make a run for the gate. Maybe they'll follow us and we'll lead the whole platoon there.
Yeah. Or we again say we were attacked and
I don't think this. I don't think the same plan will work 3 times.
going towards the
I think they.
ruins.
Exactly what Septon said, but you guys don't know that.
I think they may have grown wise to the fake attack plan at this point.
What makes you say that?
Well, they're patrolling the entire. Perhaps they're still looking for the attackers. We don't know, but
Could just say we were scared.
No sign of him over here. We need a platoon going up the tower.
What?
What?
If you're too loud, Discord will just cut you out.
Don't worry, stream heard me. The guards are yelling.
Well, what if we try the confusion first, and then if they figure it out, we play scared.
I'm trying to do this thing. Well, not recently, but before I got here, I was sort of trying to like use my brain stuff, as you guys so eloquently put it, to like. This is gonna sound weird, but try to make it seem like it's a little voice inside their head, and the idea came from them.
Ooh. Now that sounds like a plan.
If they're heading towards us, I can be like, "Have we checked the gate yet?" In their head.
Well, that seems like it's worth a shot.
All right.
Cool. And as sooner rather than later, a platoon does sort of run under that bridge. 3 guards.
Cool. As soon as they're within range, I'm gonna, like one at a time, just in each of their heads, be like, "Have we just checked the gate yet? Have we checked the gate yet? Have we checked the gate yet?"
I'm gonna call this a persuasion check.
Cool. Persuasion. +0. But not if it's a natural 20!
Hey! They all are running through, and then one of them says, "Have we checked the..." It's like, "No, we should check the gate, probably." "Oh, yeah, let's go check the gate." And they all, like, turn around and go the other way to check the gate.
Alright, that buys us some time.
We go to the house or tower. House or... maybe not. Maybe house?
Well, okay. What's our plan here if we go to the house?
I have no idea, so we don't get in trouble. No, we haven't seen Septon anywhere. We could sort of sneak behind them to the gates, see if they see anything.
That could do that. If they're headed towards the southeastern gate, which
I didn't really specify, so I'm pretty sure they're probably just doing a little round.
Okay.
About.
Row, row your boat, row your boat, row.
I think that's plan enough. Stick behind, stay out of sight. Maybe get a better grasp on the situation.
All right, let's
Yeah.
get stealth checks at advantage from both of you because of Una's trickery. You have an opening.
I'm just gonna use a different dice.
Una, what'd you get?
I'm never switching D20s again. A 26.
Sean D.
13.
Okay.
It's not going great for me tonight.
It's really not. It's because you got a bee stinger on your back. You're not used to it.
Yeah.
So Una, you managed to sort of sneak through unnoticed, basically melt into the shadows, and you were trying to head out the southeast gate. That was the plan?
Oh, well, I was planning. I think the plan was just follow them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they as you follow them to the
As
southeast
they
gate.
checked.
Easy enough. Yeah, you can follow them
Yeah.
down. It is currently unmanned. As the three of them get there and they sort of look around, they're like, yeah, it doesn't seem to have opened. And then they turn around, and Una, you do manage to duck behind a building. Shandi, you duck behind. You duck behind the mess hall as well, but not very quickly. And one of them says, "Whoa, wait! I think I saw something behind the mess hall. You two go around that way. I'll go around the front."
Well, shit.
Can I see the ones coming toward? Wait, which one? How many?
So you're like peeking around a corner. There's one coming towards you, and there's two going around the back of the mess hall.
Shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! In the one towards mess hall, because that's where Shandy is. Wait, no.
You're together. You're standing right
we're
next
together.
to each other,
Right,
behind
yeah.
the corner of the
Sorry,
mess hall.
never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Then the one coming towards us, can I make like just a buzzing sound in his head?
Yeah.
Like a bee.
He's like walking towards you, and
And I'm just gonna try to like. That sounds weird, but like envelop Shandi in my shadow. I don't know. Help hide.
help him hide. I'll let Shandy make.
yeah.
I'll let Shandy make another stealth check then with this.
Please. Oh, flatted 20.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you managed to find sort of like beneath the balcony, a place where a lot of deep shadow is being cast in the sunset, and you sort of hide as the guy in front walks around, sort of looks around. He's
Now we
still
really are
sort
being
of
crocked.
swatting in his head. Makes his way past you, goes around to their side, says, "You see him, guys? Ah!"
I think we may have a problem.
What?
Meanwhile, up at the top of the tower, turn you over there. Tether, as you're sort of working on your project and looking out the window, you look out over the lake, you look at the forest. The forest looks, pretty calm in the moonlight. The setting sun shining down the lake. It's beautiful, reflecting off, its bubbles are just bubbles? Huh. The lake is bubbling.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, I thought Blake
Blake.
misspoke and was making a joke about it.
Yeah.
No, the lake is bubbling. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yes, Tether.
Do things live in the lake that breathe oxygen?
Well, in a sense, yes, aquatic animals do breathe oxygen. They're not in the same way that we do.
Yeah, because it's like through water and not like exhaling of water air that like bubbles up.
Yeah, not usually, no.
So why is the lake bubbling right now?
The lake's not. Well, that's odd. Septon, you are brought to what you can only describe as like an office within the wall. So like there's like a gatehouse, and then there's a room set aside where it seems Captain Sheena sort of just like stays in charge of anything. She sits you down roughly in a chair, pulls up another chair, and sits down very close to you, leans forward, says, "I've dealt with your kind time and time again. Think you can get away with lying to anyone to suit your needs? You think what you're doing is the most important thing in the world? let me tell you something right now. That's not gonna fly here. You're gonna tell me the story of what's going on tonight, starting from the beginning, and you're not gonna lie to me.
Alright, Captain Sheena. Full truth. My friends and I were attacked by 2 assailants earlier on. One was a small boy and one was a large woman. They are staying in some ruins to the southeast of here. I have it on record that they are meeting someone, quote, from the school to exchange what I believe to be a prisoner.
When were you attacked? That first night?
Yeah.
Deception.
Come on, it's such a small lie.
Doesn't matter. She's watching you. Like she's expecting you to lie.
24.
All right. Huh. Now this is something you probably should have told us right off the bat.
Didn't want to get in any more trouble.
You might have gotten in less trouble if you hadn't lied to me.
Well, we were also told someone from the school was involved in what appears to be human trafficking.
Okay, hold up. When you say what appears to be human trafficking, who do you think this prisoner is?
Oh, we met him. His name's Elias.
He just lives in the woods?
Yeah. People do that. I'm pretty sure Turn did that.
That might be true.
That's not a lie.
Yeah, that might be true. And you say they're living southeast of here?
Yeah, some old ruins.
And why were you lying to me tonight, specifically?
You don't trust me. I don't trust you.
So you were planning on lying to me to what end, though? I know you don't trust me, but what were you going to do tonight?
Oh, we were staking out to see who left. So then once we knew who it was, then we could get everybody else involved and solve the problem.
Now listen, Septon. Your heart was in the right place, but your head was straight up your ass. Because right now we have chaos on campus. So whoever this person was supposed to be has a perfect opportunity to leave this campus and meet up with their contact now, and that's directly your fault. So next time, talk to me about these things. I understand that you were worried that somebody here was in danger of working with them. But you haven't known me long. You might not have known me long, but I think you can already tell by now that I take my job very, very seriously. If you told me this in confidence, I would have kept it between me and you. But now, we got a lot of fuckery going on.
Well then, if time is of the essence, shall I round up my people, you round up yours, and we head southeast?
I think that's all we have left to do.
Sounds like a plan.
She rolls her eyes, shakes her head, and stands up and leaves.
It's Thubius again. He's back.
What? All my characters are young douchebags who talk their way out of their problems? Who could have foreseen such a thing?
Cool. Shandi and Una. A thing just happened.
Uh-huh.
I would say we should investigate, but I think that might be a bad move.
I'm gonna peek.
Okay.
You peek around the corner and you see 2 guards pulling their swords out of the one who just came around the corner. And as his body falls to the ground, you see them sort of like puppets sort of turn back in the direction they were walking before. There's a lollipop in each of their mouths.
All right. Well, who's here? Sorry, I didn't see.
I think you're Chelsea. You're muted. I think. Oh no, you're good. You're good.
No, Una's just not talking coherently. Lollipop boy.
Well, we definitely can't handle that alone. Let's head back towards the house and try to find where Septon went.
I didn't hear that last bit there.
Sorry, I was just saying. Never mind. He basically said it.
All right, cool. Yeah, and you turn around to see 2 more guards, lollipops in their mouths, shambling directly towards you.
Oh no.
At the top of the tower, the Eliphavir Warden has stood up and has said, You know, why don't you 2 stay here, and I shall go make sure that someone's taking care of this. Or take care of it
One second.
myself.
Turn.
I can hear you.
Turn. Turn, your mic is off.
Aye.
Should we, you know...
What do you
Yes,
see?
Tether, I do believe it's time for you to tell me what's happening here.
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, Turn's just like, huh?
He genuinely doesn't know.
Oh,
I think it's time for you to tell me what's happening, because I don't know.
Oh, Turn, the lake is bubbling. I think things are happening.
Lakes don't normally bubble, do they?
No, particularly not this one. Do you know what is happening? You were incredibly suspicious earlier today. What is going on?
I scan the window.
You look out and you see guards running amok below you. You see
There's a bunch
Brahm,
of
like,
guards.
coming out of his house, still in his armor, like, looking around confused.
I turn to Elitha and I say, something's going on down there.
Yes. You 2 stay here, where it's safe. I'll go make sure nothing horrible is happening downstairs. Do not leave! Please.
Let's just stay here and do
She-
our homework.
She briskly runs towards the door and exits.
Should we have told her
Told her what?
about the entire thing?
It doesn't really seem like now's the time, so she'll find out, I'm sure. What's going on down there? Just the lake is bubbling?
Yeah, and a lot of guards are running. And I saw Una and Shandy running around and hiding.
I think. Wait, where are they?
I don't know, they ran underneath the bridge.
The bridge is right next to the tower.
Yeah.
Sort of go up to the window and I look down.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really see underneath, right?
Yeah, you should see the bridge, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about Septon?
I don't know. I just feel like our job was to like see a suspicious individual like wandering the grounds and see if they're like leaving. But I feel like with all the guards running and stuff, that job is now obsolete.
What? Do you see any? I mean, right now, a suspicious individual might try to sneak out, stealth. You might as well keep an eye on the walls. Don't you think?
Okay.
What do you? Unless you think we should do something else.
Thud! Something lands on the roof.
Nope.
Figure out what that was.
I think that was a really fat bird.
Like a condor?
Right.
The center of the roof, or the roof where you heard the thud from, begins to glow red.
Uh-oh.
Condors don't do that. Do you want to go run down?
Hallway.
Okay.
As you start making your way towards the hallway, the roof burns out, and superhero landing in the room is Pell. She looks up and says, "Ha! Come on, don't run. It'll be more fun if you stand and fight."
For you, maybe.
you start running. Septon. As you and Sheena are leaving, sort of running in your directions as you're both heading out, you begin to pass the lake when all of a sudden, up out of the lake, 8 massive eel heads, one by one, pop up. You just take a second and like sort of make eye contact with one of them before it just like opens its mouth and starts rearing its head down towards you. Back in the hallway, you guys run down the stairs, and you're doing your best to get away from Pell. Over back towards the mess hall, 4 zombified candy soldiers are making their way towards Shandi and Una, and that is where we will end this session of Dungeon Party Bright Futures. Got a real interesting something to pick up on next time.
Those futures aren't looking too bright, am I right?
Fucking got him.
Yeah, cool. So next week we will pick up right from there with everyone's, I guess, predicament. For a lack of a better word. Cool. Yeah. Thank you all for watching.
Splitting the party.
Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all y'all for playing. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I guess if you're not currently playing a game of Dungeons & Dragons, you absolutely should be. We got a lot of horrible cursed lore today, so that's great. I'm glad that a lot
including
of
some good lore too that Shandi loved.
Yeah. Sure.
Your mic cut out. What did Shandi love?
Mac and cheese.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
But that actually might have been said while Blake was in the bathroom.
No, I heard it. I was there for it. I had to react to it in character. But yeah, we'll pick up with this exciting thing next time.